Boys. I have the title of this is the Avengers special because we're mainly going to talk about the Avengers and all that kind of stuff. But yesterday, I went to the shop just to have a look. And you know what did you say? I'm fucking sick again.
Well, we talked about it outside, so I went home and I watched it again.
Yeah.
I tried to. I squinted at it until it got brighter halfway through. It's a really good episode. Fantastic combat for that long. There's just so many things that I was like, I'm annoyed because I'm judging it like it's the end of the show.
Yeah.
And it's not. There's still 3 more episodes.
But like, it's the end of one massive threat.
Sure.
Like, you know, it's kind of case. He's been built up for 8 seasons.
Yes.
Yeah, I would say maybe
like he wasn't. No, they were day one. Because I remember the first.
Oh, they were. I
scene,
mean, Winter is Coming has been a thing for forever.
Well, the first opening scene was a White Walker. Wasn't
it was them and doing it, but like they kind of. I can see where like they kind of the way they went out. You're kind of. I thought it was fantastic, but you're kind of going a bit anticlimactic for some people.
I wouldn't say anticlimactic. Anticlimactic. I just don't. A big part of it as well is that I think Marvel wrapped everything up so fucking well that it was a little bit lackluster. But then again, I need now to double check myself because they weren't wrapping it up.
No,
it's like a mid-season finale.
Spoilers, obviously. Before you even fucking listen to this, there's going to be spoilers. We're going to talk about everything that happened, and you don't have to wear the headphones if you don't want to.
Yeah, I can already hear what you're saying. I was like,
you're good, like. You have to if you want to.
No, just
I'll take a bit more in these from you guys if you can, please.
There you go.
Ooh, wonderful. I like that.
Maybe try that if you want, because I just turned them up.
I heard nothing.
Yeah.
It was muffled.
Try that there. Can you hear us? 2 2 1 2.
Small, but yeah.
Yeah, take them off. Just take them off.
This isn't my field.
It's like Alex Jones.
Jesus Christ, Alex Jones.
I rewatched the second one of those again the other day as well.
Joe Rogan's one, is it?
Yeah, it's phenomenal.
Yeah, I turned it off.
Never watch it. Never listened to it.
It's just hysterical to watch.
Like from what
it's like an animal exhibit. It's mental.
Like I've seen clips and like you show me stuff of like Joey Diaz and stuff, and you're breaking your ass laughing, and I'm like, maybe I just don't get the context to lead up to it.
Of Joe Rogan, is it?
No, not Joe Rogan, but you know the clips you show me.
Yeah.
To maybe just take for me taking out of context. I can't, but
I can take it or leave it with Joe Rogan. I like his guests. He's a great interviewer.
Alex
Jones is just mental.
He's just another level.
Like there's
that the Infowars
another level.
He's not even entertaining.
No, is he the Infowars? He is Infowars. The guy who shouts, just
the guy who thinks chemtrails are causing.
That's it.
And Sandy Hook was an inside job.
Oh, that was insane.
Oh, he got fucking nailed.
But you see, that wasn't funny.
He's gone back on that though, hasn't he?
Oh, he has.
He got nailed to the wall because he got
pulled everything.
Sued.
Everything got pulled off that, didn't he?
They sued him to shit. Like
but he's taken off everything now as well. He's not on YouTube.
He was banned from YouTube and Twitter.
His podcasts are still going, aren't they?
Well, like on the Infowars website.
Oh, okay,
yeah. And he still goes around the streets
shouting at people.
Yeah, I was going to say interviewing people, but he doesn't. He just shouts at them.
He seems to shout at a lot of people, like.
Or he waits for someone to give him a bit of grief, and then he reacts to that.
They're killing our babies in the water.
Yeah,
Jesus Christ, madness. Man, stop it! Like,
there are some people.
They're putting chemicals in the water that's turning the frogs gay. It's fucking insane.
That was the frogs are gay.
Yeah, so good.
So take it back. Dee and myself were friends for 10 years. Dee. Longer. He's 19. My confidant.
Ooh.
Anything I have, any ideas I have, I run it by. Like, Dee's my filter.
He's your hand, you might say.
Are you going to get to the other thing we have in common?
What's that? Oh, shit, yeah. We have tattoos. Matching tattoos.
Oh, I was going to be like, I have tattoos. What's fucking wrong with me?
Are they matching? Did you and two other fellas get a tattoo while one of your friends get a haircut?
No.
What's the tattoo? Lost a drunk bet. Cool story, bro. On our leg.
That's what it says?
In Comic Sans.
Oh, lads, come on.
It was a drunk bet, wasn't it?
To be fair...
Was it a drunk bet? It was a drunk bet.
It was a drunk bet, but then, like... I remember the next day, because I was hungover to shit.
And they paid for it as well.
And you were like, I guarantee now Darryl will back out of it, so I won't have to do it. I was like, fuck them now. I'm going through this. And then
our buddy's like, nah, I'll get a haircut instead. So while we're getting tattooed, he was getting a haircut. It's like, God damn it, Mike.
Yeah.
He's that guy. You're that guy in the group. You're like, God damn it.
Well, where did you get it done?
At Loan.
At Loan.
Right, okay. I was hoping for maybe like Lanzarote might be a saving grace here, but not at Loan.
The Lanzarote of Ireland?
No.
The Lanzarote of Ireland.
That's the shit I put up with him. So that's what I do with him.
I would say, actually, I remember when we were going to get it, like, your man blew it up on the screen. And, like, it was fucking...
You sure you want this? We're like... Yep.
And the original idea was to have it here.
Yep.
Across our chest, like above our hearts.
Yeah, it was.
And it
Well,
was
I'm
gonna
glad
be
you didn't
big,
do that.
But your man talked us out of it, and we got it on
So
our leg.
he talked you out of
Yeah,
it.
Yeah.
out of getting it on our chest.
Yeah.
I don't know,
And
dude.
you-
I don't know how this was literally 8 years ago.
You
Was it?
pissed him off as well at the end
Did I?
because, well, you made a
He
joke.
always has these kind of little.
So hold
anecdotes
on,
about
you
me.
made the decision when you were drunk.
Yeah,
we lost a bet when we were drunk. I don't know what it was.
I think the bet was to get it done,
Okay.
and then one of our friends' housemates who were up seeing, the housemate would pay us the money to get it done.
Careful with the table.
So
It's
they
coming
would
back.
pay for the tattoo and pay you the money on top?
I think just pay
Or
for
just
it.
pay for the
There
I
tattoo?
think just pay for the tattoo.
There was money.
There's no win there. It's not
No.
even a good
No.
tattoo.
There was money changing hands.
It's a good story.
Anyway.
10 years later, we're still telling that story.
Is it
so-
though?
It's a cool story,
Is it though?
Bro.
bro.
Terrible.
Um,
Terrible.
but-
Terrible lead up. Terrible
Yes.
punchline. Brutal.
It's what I do best. But you said to the tattoo artist afterwards, you said, "How about it? Do you want to take our picture for the wall?"
Oh,
And he said, "Get the fuck out." And I think the best thing is our friend.
you
was up-
work like.
I'm sure he doesn't want that being
Why
presented to
not?
people.
Like,
I think was it a year later? Our friend was still
burnt
living up
down or
there.
something, wasn't it?
Yeah, but before that, our friend went up to get another tattoo off the same lads, and he wants to get like I think it was a Pip Boy.
Tattoo under it.
Yeah, around it anyway. So he lifts up his leg, and your man goes, "You're one of those dickheads, are you?"
So there was more than the two of you.
There was three of us.
There was 4 of us who said we'd do it. 3 of us did it, and
No,
one
I
got
think-
the haircut.
Mike never said he'd do it. I think he's.
Pants.
But I'll never forget it. We walked out like our legs in cellophane, and we looked into the barber next door, and our friend was there,
We were
like with the
class.
bib with the barber's gown around him, just like, "What's up, lad?"
Fuck
Well, I
my
mean,
life.
look, everyone's
times.
got
Look.
one, right?
Bro, we're all
Yeah.
happy. No, I have 2. I have a tramp stamp on my back as well.
Ah, that's class. I like that.
Up on the
Doesn't-
shoulders.
That's like a tramp stamp, though. Tramp stamp is.
I know, but it's
Is
the
it
male.
like the Sega logo or
the
anything?
tribal fucking sharp blade shitty wing thing
It's his
Oh,
on the
angel.
shoulder to
bad.
shoulder. Oh, I hate it. But my girlfriend, my wife is like, oh, it's it's who you were back then, and it's like,
Yeah, it's a
Is
decision
it
at the
though?
time.
yeah, is
Yeah.
it though, or are they just really stupid? But anyway,
Colin A, Colin B.
yeah, probably. So then, Alex,
Yes, sir.
little bio for yourself, if you'd like.
A bio for myself.
Why the fuck not? Plug it. Plug whatever you need.
I'm going to put it out there right now because it's going to get out somewhere.
Yes,
I am British. I'm a
Oh.
filthy tan.
That's okay. I'm kind of.
So I've embraced it now so no one can use any ammo against me.
Mm,
Were you born in Ireland and moved over at a young age?
No, I was born in the UK and moved over here when I was like
Yeah, sorry,
7.
born UK.
I might as well be Irish at this point.
yeah.
Why does it
Although
born in
accent.
Ireland? When
You
said-
fuckers
Well, you have
want
it- you have it.
1,200 quid off me to get a goddamn
I
citizenship.
saw that. That's
which is
hilarious.
insane.
What?
Yeah. 200 fee and then a grand just...
Brexit, bitches.
Well, yeah, I mean, now it's probably going to go up.
That's what it is. Yeah.
Euro.
Yeah, my
Yeah.
stepdad had to do it.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Apparently, like, there's not much chance of it getting rejected. Like, it's not like it's going to be another 200
No.
on top of it. But
No.
So do you have an Irish passport as well?
no,
or
British passport.
Both my parents are British, so I could get the whole dual.
You could do the whole lot.
I could,
NHS
yeah,
as well, so
and
we
then
wanted
go to
to-
Canada and live my life
That's nice.
in the woods.
That's nice.
I'd never survive. I'm such a fucking social media addict. It's
What?
terrible.
Canada has social media.
Well, I know, but I mean, like, live in the woods and turn the phones off. Like, you know me, I can't do that shit at all.
Don't you have a challenge to do that to get off? Oh, that was one of the would you rather questions
Yeah,
from last week.
yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I was like, no.
Yeah.
Whittle a phone.
Whittle.
Whittle a phone.
And then
That's
do
like
Whittle
it
the
like-
Wi-Fi
The
as well.
Simpsons. Have you seen a police officer here? And it's
you
like,
were like fucking Ron Swanson.
nah, fuck that.
We could crack.
Avengers, gentlemen. Overall happy.
Oh, perfect.
Do you
It
know
couldn't
what?
have been a better Avengers Endgame movie.
I came out feeling weird. I don't know, is it just me? I literally had so many emotions.
Well, I was really horny as well, but like,
I chubbed the shit out of
I,
yeah,
I did go from 6 to midnight when Cat picked up the hammer. I gotta say, I was like, holy shit.
I didn't get the reference. In number 2, I knew he kind of moved it, but I didn't know the comic. I didn't know he grabbed it before. I didn't know that was a whole thing. And then I watched. I was like, oh, okay.
even without
I'm not
knowing the
hating
comic,
this.
that's
but
still a fucking phenomenal moment.
I'm yeah.
Apparently, like in the comics, because I probably like yourself, I don't know if you watch them, like was it Looper and Mojo? Do you know, like they have like,
No
kind of,
idea.
do you know, like,
Oh,
some-
sorry. Excuse me.
yeah.
Watch
channel.
Mojo and stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah,
sorry,
yeah.
yeah. They have someone up and they were going through stuff like, you know, what's happened before. But Cap as well wielded a hammer many times, apparently.
Okay.
Oh, of course, yeah.
And once, I think it was very
I mean, Thor's
controversial.
been a frog.
Yeah,
Pretty
and
much whatever you can think of, they've done it.
Is your one Jane? Is she still Thor at the moment?
Oh, I haven't a clue.
Oh,
I think
gross.
Lady Thor finished a little while ago. I'm not sure.
But the controversial thing is when they had that storyline, was it last year or the year before, when Cap was apparently a secret Hydra agent?
I liked that.
He wielded a hammer as well.
Okay. I did see that, actually. I watched
And
more
it was
video of
just
that.
like,
I liked they got the whole Hail Hydra.
That nod was phenomenal.
Yeah, it was class.
That was one of my favourite
I
moments.
was disgusted because I was hoping for a second elevator fight.
No, because that what was better about it.
Yeah.
They're all fucking bit more grown up. They're a bit more cop on.
Yeah.
They've got none of that bullshit now. I'm gonna walk in there and I was thinking, yeah, cool, might be another elevator fight, but they did went other side. Hail Hydra.
Yeah.
Phenomenal.
When I was kind of, dude, they fucking.
You went midnight screening, right?
I went to midnight screening, but I think they promoted it too
Nerd.
much.
Well,
They
okay,
didn't need
so
to promote
I've
that.
got an issue
they
with
put
this,
one
right?
trailer out, and that's all they need to do.
They don't even need to do that. I
poster.
agree with you. It should have literally just been a stamp.
Yeah.
Avengers
We're
4.
coming. Yeah.
Fucking cool. I'm in.
Yeah.
I don't need to see anything else.
It was so
But
much
why
shit.
do you watch trailers? I haven't watched a trailer in 4 years.
Okay, that's crazy.
If I'm going to go and see a movie, I'm going to go and see a movie.
No, I can't do that.
I even sat there.
We sent each other trailers, and
I sat there. I sat through the trailers, like with my earphones in, my eyes closed. Because I didn't want to see Far From Home.
Do you home as well?
I didn't
or
want to
just-
see Star Wars. Was Star Wars there?
No, just Far From Home.
Just Far From Home.
Yeah.
I watched the Aladdin one because that looked pretty fucking stupid. But
Speaking of Star Wars, you have to be careful as well online because a lot of the ending is leaked.
Of what?
Star Wars new one.
I just I
really?
won't look at it.
No, as in, but
Done
like,
the same, yeah.
no, I'm not saying look at it, but like people know of it now. So I think
They
it
put
was
shit up.
like for Avengers on Reddit, there was someone was saying that they were looking at something online. I think it was like puppies on Reddit or whatever, and in the comments there was Endgame
evil.
spoilers.
Yeah, but you spoon of sugar with that, like you never
yeah,
know.
but you know,
but
like it'll pop up when you least expect it as well. Like
that baffles me. You don't watch trailers. I love a good movie trailer.
I see where you're coming
But
from.
I don't want to like.
Yeah.
Well, in fairness, right? So the Endgame ones, I did think about watching the first trailer.
Yeah.
Because history from them, especially with Avengers, it's been the scenes that they're going to show are not going to be in the movie.
Yeah.
Or they'll be altered.
Yeah.
Like I've
Yeah.
since gone back and watched the
Hulk and
trailers.
Wakanda and stuff.
Absolutely. There was another great one of when they're doing like the relay race with the gauntlet.
Yeah.
So it's after they all get blown up, and Hawkeye finds the gauntlet buried underground, and he's running down that
Yeah, yeah.
tunnel, getting chased by the Chitauri. In the trailers, he's just running. He's got no gauntlet, and there's no Chitauri.
Oh, really?
And then it's shot
No.
for shot the same tunnel, but he's holding the gauntlet, and he's being chased by the Chitauri, which is
And
cool.
There in the trailer, there's an explosion as well, and he jumps or something. But there's no, as you said, there's no gauntlet or no
Yeah.
Chitauri. And even in the trailer where you've Rocket and War Machine, and Rocket's hanging off his side
Yeah.
when they're brought up, Ant-Man's holding him up, but he's all completely gotten rid of.
Yeah, it's crazy shit, isn't it?
And even I think was it when
But
they
then
all,
again, they have to.
but like was it they all stand up when I can't remember what it is, but they're all there and they all stand up. And in the movie, Fat Thor's in the corner, but in the trailer he's
Yeah.
Yeah,
taken
and
out.
I think
like-
that stuff is really cool.
Yeah.
But you're buying into the hype.
Yeah.
So do you think the hype let you down?
No. Well,
the hype train, like
I probably went on Reddit too much, looking at fan theories, looking at the idea, chatting with the lads.
Yeah.
Like, if you want to see a masterful trailer, we were just saying it, Jordan Peele. Like, Get Out.
Yeah.
His trailers are unbelievable. They're perfect. It's 30
But when I'm
seconds,
reading
35
that,
seconds.
when I see that movie, right, the pictures go up or whatever, and then I might read like a little bio about
Mm-hmm.
it, I'm already in.
Yeah.
Like, I don't need to see no trailer.
no, like
I don't need
Yeah.
to see no trailer.
Son!
I get what you mean because I think was it Terminator Genesis? That's the most recent one with
Yes.
Emilia Clarke.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And remember in the trailer, John Connor.
Nope.
You haven't seen it.
You didn't watch the trailer?
I didn't watch the movie.
Oh, really?
Again, if I'm not, I don't.
Do you mind me
I just
spoiling
want-
for a second?
Go for it.
In the movie, John Connor turns.
Is Arnold Schwarzenegger in it?
No, he is.
Yeah, he's
He's
Yeah.
got to be, right?
But John Connor is like they get him and he turns into a Terminator himself. And in the trailer,
It's not a good movie.
they had that as well, and I was like, it would have been so much better.
Yeah. They had it in the movie, in the trailer. I was
trailer.
like, what the fuck is
I
this
think
shit?
I remember the director.
Okay, so the biggest, like, one of the biggest issues I had with like trailers is Star Wars Episode 1.
Okay.
In the
Jar
trailer,
Jar Binks, like.
We're going
yeah.
way back
in the
here.
trailer, Darth Maul whips out the second half of the lightsaber. If that just hadn't have been in there, can you imagine sitting in the cinema?
Yeah.
Like, I was a kid when that came out, so those
Same.
movies are still good in my mind. I know they're bad now, but the nostalgia
I
for
agree.
them back
Yeah,
then
I
is
saw it in the cinema
phenomenal,
twice.
right?
Yeah.
So imagine being in the cinema. You would have watched the trailers as a kid. Darth Maul's fucking up Qui-Gon Jinn, and then all of a sudden, just second half of the lightsaber comes out. Would have blown your fucking mind.
Yep.
But it
agreed.
was in
Yeah.
the trailer.
I love that theory as well. The whole thing they steer
Jar Jar
clear of
Binks.
the Jar Jar Binks theory. You know, don't you?
What, that he's a Sith?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
Come on, that was class.
it would have been cool.
But again, it's the same scenario. It's just reverse Yoda.
Because
There's so many of those fan theories.
Yeah.
That could
Well, no,
have been
this was
awesome.
that was confirmed.
this was confirmed by
the voice actor
yeah.
came out and said, "I'm glad the idea finally got out
yeah.
there or something."
And then Jar Jar, it was
Jar Jar's Big Adventure.
Yeah, it's Jar Jar's Big Adventure, and then and then there's audio, like there's a video clip of George Lucas saying it all rotates around Jar Jar, and
Yeah.
I was like, there was so much hate for that character. He was like, nope.
So hold on, you're telling me right now that it's confirmed
Yeah.
that Jar Jar is a Sith?
It was meant to be.
Oh, it was meant to be.
Yeah, no, they
Okay,
pulled the
that's
story.
okay.
Yeah,
I'm okay
like,
with that.
They
That's cool.
pulled it all.
There's still
Elements of it.
elements of it in there, like when
He jumps. So when he's holding down and he jumps up and he lands on somewhere else side of the screen, it's like, oh, it's the same jump that Ewan McGregor does, or Obi-Wan, and
there's, I think, is it when Senator Palpatine is talking, or is it Senator
he's talking in the background.
Amidala is talking, that he's talking in the background, he's moving his hands.
And
as
he's
if
moving
it's
his
like
lips at the same time.
force
It's still in the
moving.
movie.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
If
I'll have to go back and watch that. That's
It's
cool.
on YouTube. There's about a 20-minute trailer or
Yeah.
20-minute video, and it goes through all the different things.
It's cool. It's surprising.
And like,
Okay, I'll
and-
check that out.
yeah, there's so many other things in it, but it actually is very convincing.
Yeah. The thing I thought not Scarlet Witch, the other one, Black Widow.
Mm-hmm.
I thought her death
Scarlett
was
Johansson.
Scarlett Johansson. That's where I'm getting confused. I think her death was very overshadowed.
So was Gamora.
No, I don't think so.
Gamora's wasn't. Gamora's was so tastefully done. I thought you hated Infinity War, did you?
No.
Okay,
absolutely
sorry.
not.
Who's hated Infinity War? Anyway, I thought that was really well done because he was crying. Like it was a good piece. Where I thought they kind of rushed her death.
But
And I
you've
was like,
seen it
oh.
all
Back,
before.
yeah.
They
Absolutely.
didn't need to go over that.
Absolutely.
You would have had a worse complaint if it had been back and forth for 20 minutes.
Yeah.
It
Oh, I
was
agree.
2.5 minutes of I'm gonna kill myself. No, I'm gonna kill myself.
Yeah.
No, I'm gonna kill myself. Bang, done, and he does it.
Because I think that's
Perfect.
Absolutely, but
It's a callback to the first Avengers when she said that Clint was sent after her to kill her, and he spared her life and brought her in, so she owed him her life.
well, it was never going to be him because he had the family to come
No,
back.
but
to.
like,
We
as
all-
in,
we all
like,
knew
you
that,
know,
like,
from
but-
from a theme of the film, like
Yeah.
you know, he.
I don't even
wasn't-
think it's that deep. I think it's just like he got really fucked up and was like, "I got to pay for my sins," and she was, "Look, it's all about this. It's whatever it takes." And then they just one of them had to die, and unfortunately, Johansson's contract is up.
Yeah.
So
But she's
it's kind
in
of
for
her.
Black Widow then. Like, I know it's going to be a prequel.
Prequel.
Yeah,
I forgot she died until someone mentioned it later on in the movie. I was like, oh shit, she's dead.
yeah.
It was kind of a throwaway. I felt. That's what I just
But
felt.
even at that point, I don't think it's fair to say that you would have known that she was going to die.
No,
They could have
No,
done so
that
many
was-
other
well,
things.
we knew one of them were going to die when they
I
went
thought they
there.
were all going to die. The original
Yeah,
cast.
I
I thought they
thought
were
that
just
too.
going to bip them off.
I
One
thought
by
that too.
one.
I would actually like that. But then again, how much
no,
I
now
felt
that
for
I've seen
Tony,
it,
I was like, okay, I'm
Yeah.
happy I didn't.
Like,
they do it. It's perfect.
Yeah.
but you know, like obviously because it's a comic movie, there is scope for him to come back in some way, shape, or form.
Oh well, he'll be either the hologram scenario, which is like current in the canon for
Yeah.
Yeah.
Iron Man, or he'll be the new Jarvis. He'll be
I was actually wondering what that would like.
inside the
Was,
suit.
Oh, okay.
I was actually
That'd be
wondering that
interesting.
yeah, it'd be him talking to his kid. What's the kid's name?
Morgan.
Morgan.
Because after in the first one, was he had a dream where they had a kid, and it was named after her crazy uncle Morgan.
Yeah.
When they were going for the run.
who tried to destroy the father and
Morgan is actually not Stark's cousin, whose
was
dad,
a supervillain, wasn't he?
He was, I think, he was not a supervillain, maybe just an enemy. But his cousin's dad was forced by Tony Stark's dad to give up shares in the company. So then they weren't that rich, whereas the Starks were phenomenally
Yeah.
rich.
They weren't that rich, just a bit rich. Not that rich.
You know, like, I don't
I
know.
get what you're saying.
I don't know how rich. I don't know how rich they were, but like, and then I think that's a nod to it. That's what I saw them in the kind of after action
Yeah.
review of it.
How did you guys feel about the first hour? I know, like, a lot of my friends were fine
As
with it, but
in-
then there's a handful of them who were like, "I'm bored."
Yeah.
Like
it
I've
dragged
done
a
with-
small bit for
really?
me. It did a small bit for me.
That's insane.
Like
I'm trying
when
to
they
think.
beheaded Thanos, and I was like, oh, cool.
Yeah.
And then they were just sulking. And I was like, okay, what's the next step? Okay. Maybe that's just me waiting, trying to be spoon-fed
It
as the
was.
audience.
I get it. Like, because I saw you guys seen it once,
Yeah,
twice.
Yeah,
once.
once,
So I went again on Sunday, and I was worried that
Was it still busy or was it
oh, it was
kind of
mobbed.
Yeah, grand.
mobbed.
And
This-
second viewing?
second viewing was perfect.
Okay, yeah, I think I do believe the second viewing is going to be amazing.
Because I was
Yeah.
looking out for little things as well, which you do.
I do find with movies, once you watch it the first time and you know what's happening the second time you watch it, you can kind of relax and leave the story wash over you, and you can pick out smaller things you may have missed. Like,
Agree.
There was
Sorry,
this
go on.
amazing group of like 12, 13-year-old girls in front of me in hegs. I mean, sobbing
Oh,
for like the
brilliant.
last 40 minutes. Just proper like. It was amazing. For like the battle scene, you can't hear it. But then you've got the whole funeral for the last half an hour. And all you can hear is them weeping in front of you. It's hilarious.
That point was made to me as well, that all of a sudden, this land that it's just nitpicking. Don't get me wrong. I didn't agree with it, but when he blasted the shit out of the fucking complex, that it looked like a completely different world when they had a giant battle then. But again, I was like, yeah, who gives a shit?
That's comic books.
Yeah, it's fucking class. Like.
Absolutely.
But then people are like, oh, this is like, dude, it's a time travel movie.
but
When you
like,
break it down, it's a time travel
okay,
movie.
so we've got to do this in some sort of fucking order.
but for like people saying that, there's a giant fucking worm flying around as well. And they're like, the ground is uneven compared to where he fired. Like, there's a 60-foot man punching a giant worm in the face.
Yeah.
Have some bit of context here. Like,
That's what I love about, like, Transformers is not a good movie. It's like, dude, this is for 12-year-olds.
Yeah.
What are you 65 years old reviewing this movie?
I
Send
just
your
got
grandson
to
to
see
it.
74 billion parts move and transform from a car to a robot.
Do you know what I mean?
I'm fine with this.
Yeah, I'm good. with it.
and the same,
I'm happy.
same explosive footage from every single Michael Bay film thrown in there again. Just
Which is
because,
amazing.
Yeah.
He just likes doing it. So you were saying...
Sorry, so right, cold cut open, Hawkeye, kids, brilliant. What a way to open the movie.
Yeah,
I will
tough.
say another kind of nerdy fact. Hawkeye, when he said to his daughter, good job, Hawkeye, it's the only time Hawkeye has been said in any Avenger movie. He's never been called Hawkeye. It's always Clint or
Really?
Agent Barton. The only other time you hear the word alluding to Hawkeye is in the first Avengers. Is it Avengers? Yeah, the first Avengers when Fury comes in to talk to Dr.
Is he
Zelvig.
like, oh, your man up there?
He's like, oh, where's Agent Barton? He goes, oh, the Hawk. He's up
Oh,
there.
yeah, and he's hanging
okay.
over the crane,
Yeah,
is it?
and that's the only other time
Okay.
between when he calls his daughter Hawkeye and they say, when Zelvig
That's
goes, oh, the
interesting, isn't
Hawk.
it? Why did they do that? I wonder.
Don't know.
He's referred to in all the publicity as Hawkeye.
Hawkeye, yeah.
right?
But he's in the movies, he's only ever called, I could be wrong now completely, but either Agent Barton or Clint.
He's mentioned Hawkeye 7 times. I could be completely wrong
No, I
here.
mean, it's when you say that, they do say Clint an awful lot.
Again, this is from either Watch Mojo or Looper.
Yeah, but
So-
I think a lot of them do their research.
Yeah.
A lot of them do. They like the shit these days that people try to get videos out with that kind of shit
10
so
things you
fast.
may have missed. You're like,
Within
no,
half an hour of an episode airing of Game of Thrones, they're like, clearly you didn't have time to research this and shit.
no.
Mm.
Excuse me.
But like, as in, again, it could be completely wrong, but thinking back, I don't ever think he's actually been called
Yeah.
Hawkeye. It's always been Agent Clint or Barton.
I don't
Okay.
think there's a reason for that. It's a cool nod. Like, I like the fact that
Yeah.
that's just
If
nice to
that's
call him.
if that's true, I like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Next week,
Go on anyway, so Clint.
Sorry,
Then we're
Clint,
going
cold cut
into-
open.
Yeah.
And then you've got
Dusted.
Dusted, which is, I thought, like, I'm watching it and I know what's going to happen,
Yeah.
but I forget what's going to happen. And then, like, even again, the reactions of people in the cinema is great. Because, like, I get it. He's calling out the kid's name and I'm like, oh, fuck yeah, we're going back to the dusting.
Yeah.
And then you can hear people go, because they just get it. It's fucking awesome.
It's
so
kind of
good.
heartbreaking because I think were they the youngest ones you saw getting dusted?
Them and Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you didn't see them. They just
No, but
disappeared.
like, you
But yeah, I know what you
The
mean.
most of it going
Yeah.
up, like.
And then you go straight into, gotta get the stones back. We can reverse everything if
Yeah.
we can snap it all back. This happened on whatever
Don't-
planet they fucking
Yeah.
called out.
Iron Man as well in space.
Iron Man in space. Again, right?
Which
so
was
people have an issue with this. Like,
How did she know he was there?
I'm guessing distress beacon.
Do you think?
So
Something.
someone, I think, Hulk in Infinity War sees Tony fuck off. He sees him fly away to
Wherever.
Titan,
Yeah.
wherever he was going. So someone knows he's in space. Now, yes, you could argue space is fucking huge.
Yeah.
She's Captain Marvel. Don't worry about it. It's comic books. She found
I'm
him.
not a massive fan, but anyway.
She found him. It's all good.
Yeah,
Don't worry about it.
I didn't like her movie. I thought it was wrongly played. But anyway, I'll get into that
I
after.
know. She can't
It's a whole
run.
different
First of all,
conversation, I'd say.
She can act.
she's all right. She's a good
She's
actor.
she's okay. Like I thought herself and Nick Fury's chemistry was terrible. It was very
I
forced.
think
I liked
she's
it.
trying to be like this.
Badass. And
No, I think
doesn't-
she's trying to be an alien who doesn't know what the fuck is going on because Earth is weird.
I did find her wit very dry, as in like very much like Iron Man's wit. Very kind of like I liked it. I liked her movie. Like
Yeah.
It's it's one of the worst Marvel movies
Yeah,
to come out,
agreed.
but it was still a good movie.
See,
enjoyed
this is the thing. Like, I don't like Black Panther that much. I didn't like. Obviously, Thor 2 wasn't amazing. I liked Iron Man 2. I don't see all of the hate it's getting, but
Iron Man 2 is fine.
yeah, it's fine. That's a good word.
Easily one of
It's
my
fine.
favorite suits.
Yeah.
Suitcase suit? Are
Do you know
you
what I mean?
kidding me? Phenomenal.
But like,
Oh yeah, for me it's the best fucking suit up for him is when he pushes a button in the helicopter in Civil War
over his finger.
and he just goes flying.
That's
out
pretty
the back.
good. That's
Yeah.
pretty good. I like the nanotech stuff. I don't.
The original, not the original, but the Avengers in the first Avengers Assemble, when he's knocked out of the building, when
Oh
Loki
yeah.
throws him out. It's a good one.
That's pretty good. Is that when the stuff is like clanging
Yeah.
to him? As he
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
cool. I like
No,
that.
like that.
there was a callback to that actually in Endgame. Do you know when he's in the he's watching their past selves to everything. The way he jumps out the window, he jumps out like this.
Yeah,
Like the way he jumped out or the way he was thrown out the window by Loki. Like
yeah,
he didn't just fly off. He
yeah.
just
Just,
fucking
yeah, exactly.
That's
Yeah.
cool.
out
Um,
there.
Yeah, go and sort out Thanos.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thor chops his head off. It's like a
Angrily for some reason.
yeah, it's like a because he knows there's
Yeah.
nothing he can do
Yeah,
about it.
that's
Chopping
it.
his head off is going to do nothing.
And that's a nice
He's
throwback
just-
to old Thor, where he
Absolutely.
was just.
I think like
yeah.
for that he's trying to. You can see he blames himself. As they even say, like he blames himself, and he's just trying to make things right. Like
Yeah.
Thanos said, "Go for the head." And he's like, I went for the head. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
so he's just trying
It's
to
like relinquish justice. It's not really justice. He can't change anything.
he's just trying to put a band-aid over. Like,
Yeah.
pretty much like I fucked up. This
Full
is
stop.
me trying to make things better, but. And then what happened then? Then
But it goes straight to 5 years
5
later,
years later.
which is that's one of the things that I love about this movie. What I loved about Infinity War was the titles that came up for places. Even the one for like space looks fucking awesome. It's like this
I don't
white
remember this.
cursive.
I have to go
it's
back.
this white cursive on like this big, and it looks great. And the
They-
start of Avengers, at the start of Endgame, all the title cards suck until 5
Oh
years
yes,
later.
I remember this. Sorry, of
And then
Infinity
it's
War.
like 5 years later comes up, and I was like, oh okay.
But it's little. The reveal, isn't it? It's not
Yeah,
just
it's
up,
almost like you haven't
5
started
and
Endgame
then
yet.
let, and then it's like,
They-
ugh.
You're at this movie and you're still watching Infinity War,
Yeah.
because
which I thought was great.
it took a while before the actual Endgame logo popped up, wasn't it?
Endgame comes after the
head chopping.
the
The
head
chop,
chop.
is it?
Yeah,
Do you know what we're saying with the logos popping up? I think they got a lot of the Russo brothers got a bit of flack in Civil War because they were fucking just all over the screen. Was it
I
Bulgaria?
liked that though.
But no, like, do you know,
Like,
like it was
intense.
like where
they
they're-
do it for Guardians as well, which I think
Yeah.
is great.
But I remember, like, I think it was when Bucky was in, was it Bulgaria he was? But it pops up like, Bulgaria! And you're like, oh, all right, like,
Sweet Jesus.
you're just like, oh. Because, like, like, you're enjoying the movie, and, like, sometimes they pop up in the corner, and you're like, oh, Bulgaria,
Yeah.
whatever. But it's like,
I don't
boom!
remember that, but I do like.
Yeah.
I do
But, like-
specifically remember Infinity War being great, and then me not liking the start of Endgame, but me liking the second half. I genuinely think there's a reason for it.
Yeah.
It's because after that 5 years later, it's kind of like
Yeah,
nothing is really happening here
Yeah.
until the 5 years cut.
yeah. Well, I think it's trying to wrap up.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
As you were
Realistically,
saying,
that should have happened. Well, look, they would have confused people if they did that at the end of
But
Infinity
it is
War.
like you're still watching Infinity War.
Yeah.
yeah, as you were saying there,
Yeah.
it's Infinity War ends when the Endgame logo pops up.
Pretty
then, like.
much, yeah.
And as well, do you know when they were in space? What I liked as well, the dynamic between Nebula and Stark. Do you know when they're playing the game and they're flicking the thing through it? And like Tony's like, it's grand, just flick it through here, just do this,
yeah,
whatever.
it's
you know,
completely changed.
completely changed. Whereas like her only father figure was Thanos, who literally disassembled her if she fucked up,
Yeah,
put her back together with new stuff.
she annoyed me in this movie. I'm not gonna lie.
She annoyed me
I think
too.
she got too much screen time.
I don't know about too much screen time.
Like,
I just don't. I'm not a lover of her character. It's
Yeah.
like angry for being the sake of for the sake
Angry
of being
teen,
angry.
like, yeah.
yeah.
like she has been fucked around for all her life.
Yeah, I know, but like,
You'd be
fuck
angry
off.
too, girl. Yeah, but
But
like,
I still consider at that bit when she's on the ship, she's an Avenger at that point. You know,
I think so.
like she doesn't need to be that angsty,
Yeah.
upset.
Well, I don't think she was. Well, she was. It was the second.
No, I mean,
character
in
that
my
kind of
mind, I'm
brought that.
like,
Yeah.
You know, it's all right. Bring it back, rein it in
Yeah.
a bit.
I'd say like it's just even like I'd say it took a lot for her, when like Rocket, when her and Rocket meet up again, and like Rocket puts his hand on her hand, and she
That
kind
was
of
cool.
slowly,
I liked that.
it looks like she's kind of coming over herself that
Yeah.
way. Then like,
But yeah, Marvel finds Tony. Does it really bother you? Why or how?
No.
To be fair,
like,
like-
realistically, I'm like, okay, cool.
either he's going
I'm
to
happy he's lived.
Either
You mean
he's
that?
gonna-
That's-
Sure, yeah.
Oh yeah, you said perfect.
And it's
it's
super
the
quick.
easiest way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the easiest
There's
way
no-
for Marvel to do it.
There's no pissing about.
No.
We find him, bring him back.
Yeah.
Awesome. He's pissed off, which is fucking great.
Yeah, I like it.
So good.
skinny as fuck, which I loved.
That was
Whatever
good
the
too.
effect, he was just fucking
CGI,
quivering.
I think.
Yeah.
I loved as well. He quotes back Cap's words to him in
Civil War.
Ultron. Is it Ultron? Where he's like, envision a suit of armor
Yeah,
around the world.
Ultron.
Yeah.
And then he goes to does he say to him like,
This is why I wanted it. This is what we needed it for.
but Tony says like in Ultron, I think he says like, oh, we're going to fight, we're going to lose, and Cap's like, we'll lose together.
Yeah.
And Tony's like, where the fuck were you? Like,
This
I was
is
up there.
What I love about Endgame is I've never liked Captain America. He's Superman. He's this boy.
I disagree. I think like Captain Marvel is Superman to me, but anyway.
I think for Captain America, he is.
It's his
like,
attitude that bothers me. They give him these quips that I hate, but in Endgame, every fucking one he delivered, I was like, yeah!
See, I loved First Avenger. Winter Soldier was probably one of the best.
Winter Soldier is my favorite Marvel movie.
The best of them.
Endgame's my favorite Marvel movie. How can you say any other one but Endgame?
Just with me it clicked. Winter Soldier with me clicked. I'm a massive 90s action movie kid, and just the way
I hate Bucky.
I don't
Does
hate him.
my head in. This
Kind of look like him.
I was actually gonna say,
I know. Do you know what? I'll take that. Sorry, I'll take that back.
He's good.
But it's Captain America's attitude that it annoys me.
He's
But-
Mr. Goody Two Shoes. It has to be
Exactly,
like, yeah.
right? But he has to be. And I've always disliked that.
Yeah.
But Endgame just made me forget all that.
Yeah.
It made me fucking love him. With the Avengers Assemble line,
Yeah.
I was standing up, I was cheering.
It was due to come, though,
wonder-
wasn't it? That's
And what was even better is they
We
take
wonder
the
if people
piss out of himself as
Who's
well.
clapping in the screen.
Oh, absolutely.
our screen
claps
didn't have
for
that.
Falcon when he came back,
I
though,
love
but,
that shit.
I was this close to it.
I
but was
wish
like,
that shit would happen in the cinema sometimes.
Wait, it didn't happen. You
Not on our
guys.
screen,
no.
no.
It even happened on the 2:00 Sunday show.
No,
not
there
us.
was an intake of breath and a kind of like expectation in the cinema. You can kind of feel the excitement rising, and then like we all kind of like realized where we were and who we were. Like, yeah.
So hold on, no one clapped for Hail Hydra. Oh, we were hooting.
That's the thing.
Where'd
it's
you go?
like-
Did you go to Douglas, Man
I
Point,
went to Man Point.
or America? Because
Which you take the piss, man, but it was a great environment
but
to
like-
be in.
Absolutely. I wish I was in that
But
environment.
like American, like it happens for the drop of a hat, and like from what I see in American cinemas, like whereas in Irish cinemas, it's just like something scary could pop up or something hilarious. Someone goes like, "Ha."
I was in throwback to America. I was in Universal Studios in Florida, whatever it was, and I went to see Land of the Lost with Will Ferrell, and there was us and 7 other people. I think it was 3 black people, and then the rest were all white, and it was stereotypical. Hey, yo, Mike, you passed the milk, dudes. I was like, cool, yeah, no problem. I'm in. Like, I love this thing, and there was literally, hey, yo, shit, Will, look out. Will, watch your back. And I was like, I love it. I love when people
That would annoy
yeah.
me.
I loved it because it's not a great movie anyway, but it's just the dramatics. I love people interacting because it really
There
shows
was
they're into
something
it.
about
Like,
the fact that it was a bunch of Irish people
yeah,
and cheering.
which
thought
I was
was great.
surprised ours wasn't because I had the Late Show on the Wednesday night,
think
so
the-
you'd be
the
full of the diehard fans.
Yeah.
But maybe they were just so enthralled by it that they didn't.
Yeah, maybe,
Maybe.
You didn't want to say something and then miss a key line or like something.
What I loved was everyone outside after,
Yeah.
just trying to wipe the.
Oh yeah,
just like the girls kind of just.
I took a tissue.
Yeah.
I was crying. It was like
I think I'll cry the second time, not the first. I just.
Yeah, you needed to.
I was trying to take everything in the first
oh
time.
man,
Oh, you're-
every reunion, I was
Yeah.
because like again, you got like you go to the scale of the battle, and it's like you're seeing so many groups.
Yeah.
Cinematically, it's phenomenal how they
Yeah.
pulled that cast together.
Unbelievable.
And like you're seeing all these groups and
Cast.
thinking,
Yeah, in groups,
holy shit,
yeah.
I forgot about those. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
And you forget the scale of that.
Yeah.
When fucking he heard Sam's on your left in his ear, I was like. And then
Again,
when
can't stand Falcon, but that was
and
awesome.
then when the sling ring popped in, I was like,
Mm.
and when fucking T'Challa walked through with Okoye and Shuri, and then you could see half the lads that were dusted from Wakanda, and you knew because they knew they were dusted, so you knew they
Well,
were.
I mean, so this is
So, yeah.
so do they?
Well,
Because
he said it to
Iron
him.
Man, Spider-Man, Strange, and whoever else was there, Mr. Guardian. I can't remember his
Star
name.
Lord.
Star-Lord.
Yeah.
They were
Star-Lord,
all
Drax.
they all came from Titan.
Yeah.
Their circle was on Titan. So I would
yeah,
argue
and
that they
said we've
know.
been waiting 5 years. We're waiting for Stephen Strange. He said to wait
Yeah.
until we knew.
Yeah.
So that's were they just obviously. So what the idea is that the Soul Stone is the Soul Stone. that they're on another dimension style, but trapped in
like
the stone?
No, I don't think so.
No?
I don't think that the only people for the theory to work for the trapping in the Soul Stone
Is Gamora or
or Scarlet.
Yeah.
Scarlett Johansson.
Gotcha.
I keep going to say Scarlet Witch was Scarlett Johansson.
Yeah.
But
Black
like
Widow.
Spider-Man said, and there is my girlfriend.
Spider-Man literally says, "Do you remember? We were there, we were fighting, and then I started getting all crumbly and dusty."
But as
and
my girlfriend says, he is Spider Sense as well.
Nah.
So like kind of.
there's an argument I do like that in Infinity War where he's the only one that says like, "I don't feel so good."
Yeah.
I would argue that that's a Spidey sense, but I don't. Again, I think people are just thinking too much about it.
Yeah,
they were dusted. They went away for 5 seconds and came back, and they're probably aware of what's going on. For all we know, Strange whipped them all together and was like, "Lads."
But that's what I love. The idea
bit of chaos going on.
That's exactly what I think happened.
But I love the idea that they knew what was going on. So half of them other half are pissed about, but the half that are dusted are fucking furious. Like they want fucking vengeance.
Yeah, they come back angry.
Because like Hulk snapped, and then there was about maybe 10 minutes before they appear.
Oh, it's not that long.
He
snaps.
They get
Barton's phone
attacked.
rings.
Yeah.
Ant-Man goes to the window, and then they get shot. It's probably about 30-40 seconds.
No, I mean before the lads appear before all the army appears, all the Avengers appear.
Oh, there's a good bit of time between.
Yeah,
that.
that's
sure.
what I mean. Like, so I was in like, because I was going like, how the fuck did they get there so quick? I was like, obviously Strange.
Yeah.
Did some sort of weird mystic arts, taught
But
the lads, and then
absolutely.
Speaking of Hulk, Professor Hulk is kind of he's kind of shoehorned in a small bit. Would
It's
you
the
agree?
only way they can get Hulk in there, I think.
No, I quite liked the balance.
Did you?
Yeah.
I thought he was shoehorned. Like, don't get me wrong, I liked the character. I thought it was very funny. The whole thing in New York.
That was hilarious.
I like the control that he has over Hulk now. I loved Mark Ruffalo as himself, as Banner.
Yeah.
In Infinity War and Ragnarok.
Which was nice, where he wouldn't change into the Hulk, which was nice. He was kind
great.
Dude,
And I quite
Ragnarok,
like the
when
balance.
he fucking jumped out of that plane and hits
God.
the bridge. I was in stitches. It was so perfect.
He doesn't slide off. He just slaps.
just hits it.
He bounces
And he
a bit,
kind of
does he?
crumples up and
Yeah.
it's like it's so good. Like,
But I think with Professor Hulk, it's the only way.
I like that term. I haven't heard that yet. Professor
Hulk, yeah.
oh, that's what the character's name is. Yeah.
Oh, really? Yeah.
Just exactly. I was going to say Professor Hulk is when he's the smart and he's the Hulk, where he's kind of both.
It's the only way they could actually get the Hulk into the film, because I don't think it would fit if Banner was Banner. Then at the end, he hulks out and beats the shit out of Thanos in the battle.
But like, he's not going to beat the shit out of Thanos in the battle.
He lost.
They handled
twice
that
already.
so well. Like
Yeah.
Marvel comes along, and I was like, "What's going to happen here? Is she going to put Thanos down?" But he pulls out the Power Stone and
classic.
fucks her up. That
Yeah.
was great. I did not think of that.
I liked
Phenomenal.
how they used her, like, a case of that she was there for bits and pieces at the start, and then she came in at the end just to kind of help them out with the massive ship firing them, because she left it up then to the original lads to take care of it. It wasn't a case of, like, it wasn't like,
I'm going to be that guy. That annoyed me.
He always is, though.
What specifically annoyed you?
The female scene. There was no need for it.
Here we go.
It's just a nod,
I know,
man.
and I agree.
It's just a nod.
And I think I'll watch it back and go, okay, maybe it's just
in the culture that we're in, it was nice to just see.
That's exactly what
it was just nice to just see.
I remember watching it
This
going
is the
like,
female cinematic Marvel universe.
Yeah.
Fucking cool.
I remember watching it going like, some people aren't going to like this, but like, there's so many good things about it. Like, it's a massive flex against DC. DC.
You said that made
Is it though?
It is like DC.
They don't need to flex on DC.
No, but DC have
That's
Wonder
true as well.
Woman, and they're like, oh, we have Wonder Woman. We had Patty
Fuck
Jenkins
Wonder Woman.
doing all this. Whereas Marvel, like, we have all these brilliant female characters.
They do, absolutely. I
we
don't
can
think it's a
draw on.
flex. I thought it was just a nice display.
Well, you can, like,
That sounds terrible. That sounds wicked.
You can kind of take as a flex if you want to, but as well, like, it's probably the only time we get all those characters together.
Yeah.
In one movie.
It
Pepper
took
Potts
me
can
out.
get fucked though. I can't.
Yeah, that kind of
Well,
took me as well.
that's partly because I just can't stand the actress as a human being.
To be fair, like, when
Passing fucked.
what was she saying? She's like, she was reading a book when Tony's after discovering time travel.
Yeah.
Or on the website. All I could think of was her group website.
Composting.
Is she fucking on that now or something? Like, she's gonna go like.
I thought that was a great nod. I don't mind
Stickers.
myself.
I don't mind her at all. But no, it took me out, and that's the only thing that I know. Like, to me, a good movie is when you go, fuck it, that was class, and you're never kind of out of it.
Yeah, I get you.
The one thing
But
I'd say,
it just took me. I was like, oh, why did they do that? And I was
remember
like, oh.
I asked you before, is like, if the roles were reversed, if it was someone like Okoye, Shuri, Mantis, or a Valkyrie on the floor holding a gauntlet, and like Thor stood over, going like, "I got you," and then all the lads came around.
I'd still do the same thing.
Like,
I'd
you
be
know, like would
there's
you
no
would have
need.
taken you out as well, or
it
is this
just
kind of more?
felt like a flex for no reason.
I get what you're saying.
I was like, oh, there's no like.
just was a nice nod.
It was dun, dun,
Yeah.
dun, whatever it is. And
Like as I said, it's probably you're not going to have all these characters together again,
and then
Yeah.
again,
Throw 'em
merch.
in.
It's all about merch.
and
kid.
as well,
That's true.
someone has said on Reddit that like this movie is going to be a worldwide phenomenon, and there's two things in
That's
it.
a true point as well.
That like it's going to go into so many different countries.
What's it done? What was the weekend? Was it 1.6 billion?
600 when I talked to you on
One
Saturday.
point, I think it was 1.2 on Sunday when I looked,
Okay.
but I think it's 1.67 now.
Okay.
I
But
think.
like it's gone into so many different countries
Billion.
where
Jesus Christ.
women wouldn't have the same rights and have the same status as women in the Western world
That's a
have.
fair point as well. I never
And
thought
then
of
you
that.
have like all these women come together to
Heroes
kick
as
ass
well.
for like it's only like 30 seconds of it,
all the women and Spider-Man, which
Yeah.
was great.
and
Of
like
course.
The women and children, phenomenal.
and the other one is that the director Joe Russo, his cameo just casually drops.
Yeah, I thought that was cool. I liked that.
It was nice. Like I know
There's
obviously
the argument though he wasted about 8 minutes talking about this character.
Yeah.
I know he's building, but there's also small things like I would have preferred an 8-minute intro to Professor Hulk.
Yeah, like I know
to
it's
see
kind of
We needed to see the aftermath and what people are feeling. I understand that,
yeah.
but that could have been done very tastefully.
He
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 by
did
the DP.
tweet about saying that there was going to be their
DP.
first openly gay character in Endgame, and people kind of got it. He got
Sorry,
a bit,
wait. Did you just say DP?
I said
then look at
DP.
me and go
Yeah.
DP.
I meant to say DOP. Pornhub.com/sponsoring.
what was I saying?
Sorry, we got all thrown off by DP.
But I just
Adult
think
humour.
he's. It was great. Don't get me wrong. Again, it's nothing I'm going to go fuck's sake about.
Yeah.
Okay, so because I do think this is, you guys don't think this is perfect.
I don't think it's perfect.
I gave it 9 out of 10,
Okay,
but I don't know why.
what are the bits that you
I
don't
don't know why I
like?
dropped 1.
There was a bit I was going to say to you there, and I can't remember what it was.
You had a list. You didn't like Professor Hulk.
Well, I didn't like this. I thought, yeah. Is Loki gone?
Nope, he's got his
We'll have-
DC, he's got his Disney spin-off.
Yeah.
We'll have
so-
to, as you were trying to allude to earlier, we'll have to get into the
The
timeline
time travel,
later on.
perfect.
Um,
Not perfect, but incredibly well done.
I
On
felt they could
paper,
have explained. Now again, it could be just me. I could be just that guy. I didn't know it was the person's will control the gauntlet. I thought, to me, it was the click of the finger, and that was the only power it had. That
No,
it
you,
was to
you
have.
have to concentrate on it,
Yeah,
which is another thing to Infinity War. Do you know when Thanos fucking tries to flatten Captain America and he's grabbing him
yeah.
and he's stopping him from doing it? Thanos is fucking ridiculously strong. He could stop him straight away. And Thanos is looking at his hand and Captain America going like, he looks worried.
Yeah.
The theory is Captain America's will, he was overpowering the gauntlet. So the gauntlet wasn't working for Thanos at the time. It wasn't responding to him. It was responding to Captain America, and he was
Okay.
pushing back. But he didn't know what he was doing. He was just doing what he tries to do.
Again, I don't think it's that deep. I think it's just Captain America mustered his shit together
Just like
and he just postponed him for those 10 seconds. The same as when he like wobbles Mjolnir.
What was
Civil
held the
War.
helicopter and
Oh,
held the
that
like,
scene
yes.
is fucking phenomenal.
I loved it.
Even the way he's holding it, what is it, like this, and then he
Like
flips an
this,
arm
and
around, and
yeah,
it's like, "Wah."
it's like
I love that. And have you noticed there's other movies that try and do it? I think The Rock does one in the new.
He can get
Yeah.
fucked as well. I can't stand fucking Dwayne Johnson.
You should get a whiteboard for Alex and be like, people
like-
who don't like The Rock.
I like him. He's like fucking cool.
Yeah, inspirational as fuck as well on Instagram.
I just like, why does he keep doing shit movies, man?
Paychecks. Highest
He's a
earning
high
actor.
paid
last
actor,
year,
yeah.
isn't he?
Last
does
year
he,
before.
like, that's not a good title when you look at the string of movies that he has.
Yeah. I think he just makes the movies he wants to make.
Yeah.
Action movies, just fun, family friendly kind of stuff.
But I would argue that he's got more potential than that.
Oh, definitely.
Is he Black Adam in
Yeah, Shazam.
Is that confirmed?
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
He's getting his
yeah.
own movie. I think,
Alright.
isn't he?
Yeah.
I
Should
can
we
go
go
Did you
down
see
with that.
Shazam?
No, not yet.
No, I wanted to. I
seen
really
it?
wanted to.
I
liked it.
think I'm going tomorrow night down to see it.
I liked it. I enjoyed
I
it.
like Levinston. What's the guy's name?
Zachary.
Zachary
I didn't-
Levi?
Levi. So Zachary
like that.
Levi. Something like that, yeah.
Fuck, I forgot he was in DC and Marvel as well.
What was he in
What
Marvel?
was he Marvel?
He was in Thor 2. Remember in Thor 1 there was the Warriors 3. There
Oh,
was
yeah. He was
blonde
got the
fella.
mustache.
Yeah, so the blonde fella had
yeah.
he
Yeah.
had a for the second one he had a clash of schedule, so he came in to do the second one,
Nice.
Okay.
and then he died in the third one. Spoiler.
Spoiler alert. So, where was I? Oh, yeah. So,
Avengers.
Shazam.
Or Avengers. Which
I
one?
enjoyed it. It doesn't take away from the universe. It doesn't
That's
add to the
good.
Yeah.
universe. Mark Strong is playing your typical baddie. Not
I'm
obviously.
super sad about DC's state of affairs for cinematic.
I'm a DC fan.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm too, man.
yeah, Batman's my
anyone
I fuck with Batman. Like,
did anyone see the tweet someone had? I can't remember, like last week.
How much online media do you consume?
you consume a lot.
It's a lot.
But like someone had a tweet. It was like, I know who'd be able to defeat Thanos, no problem. As a picture of Justice League, and someone commented, "Man, let them defeat Rotten Tomatoes first." And I was like,
I
Yes.
remember leaving Batman vs Superman with my missus at the time. I was living in Tiff, and we drove to Waterford to go to the midnight screening. And on the way there, she's like, "It's like 48% on Rotten Tomatoes. It's getting worse." And I'm like, don't worry about it. It'll be fine."
Yep.
And we left, and I enjoyed it so much. I was full sure it was like a conspiracy. I thought it was a giant wind up
Yeah,
of like,
I liked it too.
but you know what the scoring in Rotten Tomatoes is? It's not an actual score of the movie. I learned this recently.
it's the breakdown of all of the scores.
I learned it's a percentage of the actual critics. So I thought it was a case of like, you know, an average of the critic score. But it's like if there's 100 critics are there and 90 of them give them a positive score, it's 90%.
Yeah.
Whereas if only 10 of them give a positive score, it's 10%.
I don't know, I
Fractions.
hate
Yeah,
that
and I
shit.
was like, I thought it was just like based on
like your trailers. I don't. I don't look.
Calm
at
down,
reviews.
Jason.
I don't look at fucking reviews. Like, it just pisses me
Yeah.
off. Like,
Yeah, it would annoy me as well.
one of my favorite films got, I think it was 6% on Rotten Tomatoes. Hot Rod.
6. Hot Rod.
Have you seen Hot Rod?
Fucking sucks.
Dude, Hot Rod is amazing.
What's the name of that
and we're
dude?
done.
Andy
So
Samberg.
Andy Samberg.
Thanks for that.
Thanks very
It's
much. That's done, yeah.
Andy Samberg, man.
I love
I
that.
don't get it.
Is my comedy.
I think he's fucking great on SNL. Everything else just
Brooklyn. I like
Brooklyn.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Brooklyn
And
Nine-Nine
Lonely
sucks
Island.
dick as well.
No, Lonely Island's good.
No, terrible. Fucking brutal.
We'll steer the ship back into clear
Sorry,
waters
yeah.
of Avengers.
Well, you
and
know he's in the universe now. He's coming to Marvel. Andy Samberg.
Oh, that's
I'm
war.
joking.
Oh, God.
he's Adam Warlock.
And I'm back to DC.
fucking Adam Warlock.
No, but back to Batman, Superman. I really enjoyed them. I liked Man of Steel. I don't see why
Man
people
of
hate it as
Steel.
much.
Yeah.
I enjoyed it. I
Man
thought
of Steel is the Dragon Ball Z movie that should have been.
it's true. I hate Dragon
Man of
Ball
Steel's
Z.
great.
I don't hate it. I don't understand it.
Man of Steel is a great Superman alien movie.
Yeah.
It's not a great Superman movie. It's
Yeah.
a great Clark Kent alien
There's
movie.
such a great, like, Superman's a boring as fuck character. Like, how do you
Yeah.
make that a great? Unless he's with the Justice League or you do Flashpoint. What are you gonna do?
Christ in Two Earths.
But
Yeah.
even
Yeah.
Flashpoint
Owlman,
is
like-
that's more Flash Batman.
Yeah, yeah.
That's
Oh,
good
I
actually.
can't wait for that. That's happening. It better be good.
It's
Is that happening?
Yeah.
is it not an
Damn.
animated?
2020. No, that's done already.
And the Suicide
Oh, it
Squad
is,
as
that's
well. That's
right.
going to be good.
Yeah.
Looking forward
Is
to
it?
that.
Well,
James Gunn.
If he sprinkles some James Gunn magic on it, should be
Nah.
okay.
he doesn't have enough magic to fix that.
What I hate is it's not a reboot. It's
Not a
somewhat a
s- a
reboot.
recycle?
Not a sequel.
It's not a sequel.
They're
It's
keeping
not a
half the
reboot.
cast and ditching
Yeah.
the other half, and it's just a fucking mess.
I'm okay with it though.
It's not. Yeah, it's not
I'm
called
actually okay with it.
Suicide.
I'll go. Yeah, I forgive you guys if it's good.
It's called the Suicide Squad, not Suicide Squad 2. That's the name.
But
So,
I hope it goes into whole the Assault on Arkham kind of storyline where
Yeah, I hope they fucking stay away from Enchantress and her fucking weird waving hands.
stupid shit.
I don't even remember that movie.
It was your one Carol Delvine. She
I
was
remember
literally- it was
the
literally
one
just like
dude that
this.
they
Eyebrows.
introduce, and then he fucks off on his rope and just gets killed straight away.
But
I was
that's
like, all right, fair enough.
That's in Assault on Arkham.
But overall, this is Katana. She'll fuck you up. And you're like, okay.
Yeah, she was stupid as well. Anyway, back to
Avengers.
Avengers. So,
Tell me the things you didn't like. Specifics, like you just didn't like.
well, the
Professor Hulk is like you're kind of okay with that, right?
There was nothing I didn't like. It was just stuff I thought could be explained a bit better.
Sure.
Yeah.
Do you know?
I'm not doing this on purpose. I
No, you're
promise.
fine. There's a
I'm
lot
so
to
sorry.
No, you're fine.
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I okay in this one?
Yeah,
Like,
but absolutely.
okay.
That's-
I
all
just know
cheese,
you
baby.
hate that.
It's all
I don't
cheese.
want you to think I was winding you up.
because Keen goes, and you're like, you can hear it, like in the headphones. How annoying is that?
That's fine. Yeah, I mean, you're just sensitive,
It
man.
just gets me, man.
Can you hear
You
me
can't,
now?
even, yeah, you can, exactly. You can't even hear it.
Yeah, how's it
But
going?
there was nothing that threw me that I thought I fucking hate this. It was like, oh, why didn't they explain it a bit better, or just small things
Yeah.
like that.
I get you.
But overall, I was so confused coming out of that movie because I had never felt that much emotion about a
Sure.
movie.
Yep.
I was upset. I was
My
happy. I was,
emotions.
hey, dude, I was
Yeah.
so surprised at how I felt after that movie. I was like, I was baffled.
I felt again, which was rare, and it was good. Like
I felt again.
it was nice. It was nice to feel
My
emotions.
stone heart.
It was nice. Like I know what you mean. Like, would you give it 10 out of 10? So
Yes. 10.
Yeah.
I
See-
don't think they could have done anything better.
see, I give a 9 out of 10, but I can't fault it. I just
Did you think it was too long?
I
No,
felt
it was 20 minutes.
twice in the movie. I felt I did that.
You're wrong.
Do you know what I mean?
I did that just because I checked my watch just to see
Your steps,
no.
your Fitbit.
my Casio, see how long was left. As in, like, how can they
How are they going to
fit
finish
fit this in?
How do you do that?
No,
I had an ex that used to do that. We used to start watching a TV show and she'd be like, 10 episodes left. And I'm like, why? Just don't. Just watch it.
it was about,
Just
I saw
watch it.
the 7 o'clock one. It was about 9:15, and I think Hulk had just snapped, and I was like, "There's 45 minutes," or before Hulk hadn't snapped yet. So I was like, "How the fuck are they gonna
Yeah, no,
Fit-
I wouldn't do that either.
fit this in?" Like,
I only do it if I'm.
it was just a split second thing. I was like, I hope they don't, as in, like, I hope they don't rush
I
everything
was
into
so
an
in
end.
it,
Like,
man. I forgot where I was.
Did you take drugs before this show?
No, I didn't know.
is that why you were
I
cheering?
didn't sleep very well.
Just standing there naked.
Yes! Like this far away
Yeah.
from the screen.
Sir, could you step
Sir,
back, please?
this is a Tesco. Can you please leave?
You've rubbed feces
No,
all
I
over the screen.
thought it was perfect. I
Like-
think even like leaving and being a little bit bothered by the time travel, watching it the second time, they
Yeah.
nail the rules. Like they give themselves rules and they abide by
Okay.
them so well.
So many people are getting out about it, but it takes a small bit of explanation, and it does work.
Yeah.
It's like,
The only thing that's fucked up, people are arguing that's like,
Go
you
on.
know, the timelines are all askew or whatever. They're not. They went back and put back all the stones. There's only two things that are a little bit out of shape.
yeah,
And that's Loki fucked off.
Yep.
So that's an alternate timeline now. But he's got his TV
I would
series.
say, according to the comics, it's not a timeline; it's an alternate reality.
Alternate reality.
So it's like, it's a case
I'll
of
abide to that.
it can exist, like, it doesn't affect
At the same time.
the lad's timeline whatsoever. It just goes off on its own little branch.
Okay.
So it's kind of like, I know I'm
But that's
not
what they said. That's what they did when they removed the
Yeah.
stone. Remember the other branches?
Absolutely,
went,
yeah.
like, I'm not trying to split hairs with you, but
I
like,
totally get you. That's
it's-
totally fair.
it kind of makes it more. It kind of explains it more. It's like, oh Jesus, like, this timeline's different. It's not. It's a separate universe.
Well, that's an easier way to explain it because it literally is. Instead of trying to explain coinciding timelines, it's literally he's just fucked off.
And he's created
doing his own
another
thing.
universe
That's fair
there.
enough.
Like,
He's doing the Night Manager too. God damn it, Loki.
oh, that's a great job.
And then you've got
Yep.
Cap. Like I would believe that he just
Yes, that kind
stayed
of
in the
confused
same
me.
timeline, but is kept hidden.
That
He
confused
let
me a
he
small
let
bit.
other Cap go away and be Captain America.
Again,
He just
I-
chilled out.
Is that what that was?
Yeah,
No,
and then he snuck out of the woods and sat on that bench,
I
which
think
is the only way to explain that.
there was an interview with the Russos in a Chinese on the tour recently enough, and Joe explained what it is, that when Cap goes back in time and drops the stone, and he goes to Peggy, that's again creating another reality. Then, like,
I don't think it has to create another reality.
Because
No.
he was frozen in
No.
the ice then.
yeah, so he's still in the ice. So he's creating another reality with Peggy. So he's living his life while he's also frozen in the ice.
Yeah.
So where's the cat that was frozen in the ice in this universe?
This is what happens. As you have to remember, is it 2 or 3 things? I said 2 things for time being, so I can remember the third. What Hug says: your past is your past. You can't go back and change it.
Mhm.
So whatever's happened to you today
Mhm.
is your past. So if you go back in time now to 10 years ago, that past will become your future.
Hence why they can't go back and just strangle Thanos.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you have to remember that one. And the other thing about the ancient one is the time is a line. So if you take something out, it'll create a branch off and put it
Yeah.
back in. So Cap going back, he can't change his past. So he's still in the ice. He still gets unfrozen for Avengers.
Nothing changes.
Nothing changes. So
he
he's
just
still, yeah.
exists there as well.
Yeah. But what the Russos are saying is he's created a different reality by going off with Peggy. So he's still in the ice, whatever.
I don't think he has.
But no, what he was saying is
Yeah, so
there's a different, like, he was saying that maybe Cap is helping out the other Cap in that timeline as well. So he said, well, no, but this is what they were saying, that there was a different thing there, so that there maybe they might go back and look at that story, or there's a story to tell. And then when he's finished, either when Peggy dies, he hits the button, comes back to the main timeline then, and goes to the bench. That's what the
but
theory
how has
is.
he aged so much?
He ages, well, that's 70 years. Well, no, that's, if Infinity Wars is set in 2018, it's 5 years later, so that's 2023. And then he went into the ice 1940,
46?
when he was maybe 30.
Yeah.
So then he's still 100 and something there. Like, so the serum doesn't stop him from aging; it'll slow it down. But it's
Yeah.
still 70 years. So
Okay.
he's still
Okay.
100
I
something.
think I'm there.
It's one of those things
But
that,
that
like,
was the thing that got me. That's one of the things that
Yeah.
kind of annoyed me. I was like,
Yeah.
But
okay.
I think it's easy just to explain that he just exists with a universe where two Captain Americas are there and
Yeah.
he just keeps
Well,
it
we
chill.
saw them fight each other. So
Well, that's you got to forget about that.
That's
That's
good though. I liked it.
Yeah, that comes
so you
back
got to
into
imagine.
itself.
So all those bits that they went back to,
Don't exist
none
anymore.
of that
Yeah.
exists because
Yeah.
he went back and put the stones back.
Yeah.
Except for Loki.
Also, that fight was amazing.
Yeah.
I know. I love that.
Bucky's alive.
I love like
No,
yeah,
again, the way he takes that's what made me love those Captain America.
quips.
Yeah.
That ass.
Yeah, no, it's
America's
when,
ass.
he's like, I could do this all day, and he delivers that.
it's like-
I know he delivers
Yeah.
it so
I
well.
love
It's
when he
great.
sees stuff. He's like, oh shit.
Yeah.
And-
It's very
oh.
good.
Or even just like, yeah. That's
But it was
America's
nice. We
ass.
found Loki. I was like, oh shit, that's how they do it.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah.
nice. Like, it was just as a fan, I was like, oh god damn it! You know, when Tony was there and the Hulk burst out the door, I was
Yeah.
like, son of a bitch, but it was perfect. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. It
Paul
was,
Rudd, it was so good in this as well.
always good.
for the first half,
Doesn't age.
Paul Rudd stole it
vampire.
for me. And then when Thor
But
came
he's
in,
like he's playing the audience. He's playing catch up. and it's
Yeah,
great.
yeah.
he really is, because you know when
So
Thor is
good.
there doing this whole like fucking dude
There's
fucking
Jane.
thing, and it's like,
that was
oh,
an old
there's-
flame of mine.
yeah, and like this is the reality stone, the ether, and the next thing everyone is like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Paul
But
Rudd's
Paul's
enamored.
Like,
yeah.
this is
Yeah.
the best thing
Great.
ever. Like,
So good.
So that was another thing that pissed people off. Didn't piss me off as much at
FT.
all.
Fat Thor.
Fat Thor, and the scenario of they built him up in Ragnarok to be this leader, and he's the people's leader, and then all of a sudden he's completely given it away, and then here's Ragnarok, or here's
Well, it's a thing where
whatever it's called, the
this is
Valkyrie
where
lady.
I'm going to get into like fanboy mode where
Yeah.
they can't do anything wrong.
have
with
we not
Endgame.
been in fanboy mode?
Maybe
we
a
have.
little bit. It's a 10 out of 10.
Fan man
Um,
mode, maybe.
So I didn't like for a long time how they went from Thor's character progression and like, is he worthy of the hammer? Yeah, he's worthy of the hammer. And then he loses the hammer and he's not worthy anymore. And oh, I can't do anything without my hammer. Oh wait, I can. I don't need a weapon. And now Infinity War rolls around. It's like, oh, I need a weapon. I can't do this. But it's like, it's that control of like, Thor's a god. You know, he's on Captain Marvel's level. Like, he can fuck anyone up he wants
Yeah.
to. So they have to keep curbing that, which is good.
Would
So
I-
he's depressed because he's lost all of his planet. Like 90% of his family are gone. Not just because they snapped half of them, because Thanos
died,
actually
yeah.
killed the other half.
Hmm.
So only like a quarter left, so is there?
Quarter of them left, yeah.
Yeah.
That's more fractions.
Fast maths there, like.
Fat Thor, man.
But yeah, so like, you know,
FTM.
it was, and then they had to do it with humor. So he's Fat Thor. What I loved is they didn't buff him up. There was
Yeah.
no
I
magical
was
lightning potion. He was
expecting
fat
that.
the whole time. That was great.
But I love the whole, as I said, his whole arc, and you were saying there, like, about how he's built up. But, like, he is a god, but he's around human, so he still has human traits and characteristics. So, like, when he, in his mind, he fucked
But
up
that's like
royally.
saying his thunder powers have emotions. They don't. He's still the god of thunder.
Yeah, but he's not on a pedestal. He rules with he's with the people.
He rules with them, but like the argument is that he could still fuck any of them up at any notice.
No, yeah, I'm not saying his powers aren't muted, but he still
reacts.
reacts the
sometimes with
same way as humans react because he's around him, and he's
Yeah.
not like, you know, an all powerful god.
Oh,
like,
sorry, I see what you're saying. So yeah, that's what I like how they. That's how they curb his.
So like he's an
his
all powerful
powers.
god, but he still has human emotions and stuff. So like when he in his mind he fucked up big time. He couldn't defeat Thanos, and then he just spirals.
Yeah.
He just hits it hard, and he like gains the weight, loses all fucking self-confidence, and when he talks to his mom, and then, you know, she kind of builds up. Look, you failed. That's fair
I
enough.
like that moment. People
Yeah.
didn't like it.
I love
Great
it.
moment.
And what got me the most
I love her. Renee
was
Russo.
when he held out his hand. He got the hammer. I was like, I'm still worthy. 'Cause it shows that no matter how much you've fucked up in life, you can still, you know,
Redeem.
get out of the bag and redeem it. Like
Just went deep there, D.
I did.
I didn't think they were going to pull the hammer back. I thought it was going to be because up to that point you're getting
Yeah.
like joke after joke after joke.
Yeah.
I thought it was going to be holding up the hammer, and then his mom's like, "Ah, sometimes it takes a minute." I thought that was great. That
I
was good.
thought for a second I thought I was going to fuck the hammer back. But like I just wanted
Maybe.
to see, and then it's like, oh no, he's actually
I
taking
like the
it.
idea. Then we saw him with the axe and the hammer. I was
Yeah.
like, nice.
Yeah.
But I was kind of hoping they would just, like, you know, lightning bolt, beard to go, back to the short hair.
Nah.
I'm glad they didn't.
Yeah.
But I liked how they braided the beard.
Yeah, I thought that was cool.
That's pretty sweet.
Technically, I can say I have the body of Thor now, can't I?
You absolutely can. Yeah.
Body of a
You
god.
have a body of Thor.
I'll say the body.
And
the body.
Body of a
can we
god.
talk about Chris Hemsworth's comedy acting?
Incredible.
I think
But
that's
I think that's
yeah.
think that's down to the directing of
The Russos.
Chaka Waititi.
Oh, that too.
yeah.
Fucking
But the
incredible.
Russos are class as well. They
The
did
Russos are
Community.
phenomenal.
I
They did
love.
Community. I love
I can't
Community.
imagine what sort of shit show this would be if they weren't
Yeah.
If you're
at
Josh
the
Whedon doing
head
it.
honchos. I think he might have struggled Well, but
Zack
he's
Snyder,
admittedly
not
said
a
like
filter.
that he
Snyder
couldn't,
wouldn't
he
touch
couldn't
it.
do Thanos. He was like, there's a reason I didn't do Thanos,
Yeah.
because I couldn't have done him justice.
He did Age of Ultron as well, didn't he?
He
did, yeah.
It was his
yeah.
last one.
Yeah, he wanted Captain
That's
Marvel.
why we had Ultron, because they
Yeah.
wanted Thanos, and he just said, I can't. It was not going to happen.
He wanted Captain Marvel to appear in that. There's a bit where Scarlet Witch comes over to her eyes and she's fucking doing her weird hand shit that's going on. And Whedon was like, it's Captain Marvel's appearance now, whatever. And Kevin Feige was like, oh yeah, no problem. He's like, no, she get no.
Yeah, because there's, if you look at the end of the movie as well, it goes Avengers Assemble, or the new guys kind of all assembling at the Age of Ultron. There's a space missing, and she was supposed to be there.
really?
Yeah, they shot
she
and
was
everything.
supposed to come in and save the day.
That's what I was saying about it was too late in the game to get that movie then and there, I thought.
Sure.
I thought it was like, oh, she's going to help save everything
Yeah.
in the middle. I was like, oh. But if you threw it back then, delighted. I'm very happy with that movie.
She came in.
I'm happy where in the timeline is what I mean. It wasn't a great movie still.
She came in, and now she's going to push it into phase 4.
Yeah.
Is she, though?
Yeah.
Yeah, she signed on for 7 films, so Marvel and Infinity War.
Fuck. Well, no,
And
but I
then-
mean, I like how they're dealing with that of like, you know, where the fuck have you been? And they address it so well of like, well, not everyone has Avengers.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
But I think she's taking centre stage now over Iron Man. I think
Shit.
the
Bad
talk-
replacement, if you
talk
ask me.
is- But even like
Stiff.
at the end, when
she's too powerful. She can't be.
Yeah, she's the
She
Superman.
can't be part of that team.
but then I think they'll probably bring in
Bigger people
bigger
now.
people
Bigger baddies.
like Adam Warlock.
Do you think we're
apparently
going to
is-
see X-Men?
That's going to happen, I'd say. That definitely will happen. It has to happen.
Oh, it will happen.
Yeah.
If they see X-Men, we could get Hugh Jackman again because he's
Nah.
the only way he'd play
Nah, it would
Wolverine.
have- it would have to be
we'll
someone
have, we'll
else
have
as
a youngie.
Wolverine.
They'll
Yeah.
start from scratch. Like
Still
Fantastic Four's coming.
Eventually,
You'll have the Sinister Seven for Spider-Man.
yeah.
Like, all this stuff is coming soon. So, it's still
Actually,
exciting enough.
I'm still, again, they still have to wrap out Phase 3 with Far From Home, which I'm
the new
looking forward
Spider-Man
to.
Yeah.
film. I can't wait to see how they address it. Half his classmates are going to be 5 years older,
I literally think they do it like that.
and
Yeah,
it's
oh,
like,
absolutely.
They've all graduated.
That's
They're
what's
5
good
years
about
old.
Far From
Yeah.
Home, is that's what's kind of been nice about the Spider-Man movies anyways. Even the last one dealt with the aftermath of
Yeah.
Infinity War.
Yeah.
And this one's going to be the same thing. It's going to be a lot of that. It's going to be a lot of the bleed
Yeah.
out of Endgame and
'Cause I
how
love-
do
Like,
we deal with the 5 years time.
Where's Alex? Oh, he graduated 5 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like,
Yeah.
oh, cool.
like I obviously probably haven't seen the trailer, but like there's a few lads in
Don't
it that
spoil
were
nothing.
in the last one.
Well, I know it's Mysterio, right?
No, I mean like his classmates. So like Ned is still there, Flash,
MJ.
Thompson, MJ is still there. So I'm guessing they got dusted too.
Yeah.
So like
It's a
obviously,
simple explanation. It's not going to be what's going on here. It's
no, but
literally
it's just one of those. It'll probably be like a 10-second thing. Like, yeah, look, all these lads graduated
Yeah.
or they're out of they're in college now. Like,
I love Gyllenhaal as Mysterio. I think he's class. I love
Yeah.
Michael Keaton as the Vulture.
I don't know how Gyllenhaal is
Brilliant.
going to do with Mysterio, but I like Gyllenhaal. I think he's great.
I think they're going down the whole confused hero route where he's setting shit up to beat it, like the guy in fucking
Megamind?
Exactly. No, like in like in Incredibles. Yeah, whatever his name was.
Oh,
Oh,
sure.
Syndrome.
Yeah.
Syndrome. that's
Syndrome.
it, yeah.
That kind of scenario, and it back turns, and it looks like that to me anyway in the trailer.
but the things that are attacking, well, you haven't
It's like
watched
the
trailer.
Sandman.
They're actually
It's fine. I'm not. It's like
they're
like
called the elemental. So there's like
Okay.
earth,
Yeah.
water,
Okay. I've heard of them. Right.
and then they're and I don't know what he's doing there. Like, so be interesting.
Interesting, yeah.
That's May.
Tom Holland can do no wrong.
Is that May?
Dude, he's fucking lip sync battle. Did
Oh
you see
my
that?
God.
Oh, check it out. He did
Fucking
Rihanna.
umbrella, pair of heels,
Class.
and
What is
everything.
this? This is not a YouTube thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you not watch YouTube?
I do like. I just consume different media.
I dabble. I just go. I just go.
Excuse me.
What you
That made me
consume,
sound like a fucking dick.
I just
No,
go-
I just haven't seen that.
Yeah.
I just go on Reddit. and
I've seen
just go
Emma
there.
Stone do one of those.
Yeah. It's a cheap form of entertainment, if you ask me.
Is it a late show host thing?
Channing Tatum is good at it as well. Actually,
No, I think LL Cool J started the
Is
show.
it a James Corden thing?
No.
no,
Okay.
it was
LL Cool J.
No,
Or Jimmy Fallon started
Fallon,
it.
and
And
then
it's got its NBC picked up as its
He
own
was
show.
there.
I've seen Stephen Merchant do one on Jimmy Fallon.
yeah. and then they
Okay.
kind of did, and Paul Rudd did one as well.
Tom Cruise.
And now they're doing
Come
Cars.
on.
Tom Cruise did one.
Yeah,
Is he allowed? Is that?
Yeah. Oh, dude, I'm a big Tom Cruise fan.
they're doing.
I'm a Tom Cruise
Oh.
fan.
What do you call it? Cruiser.
Fantastic actor. Terrible human being.
So good. Well, we don't know that.
Oh, we do.
Do we,
We
though?
do.
Yeah.
Do we?
Mental. Like,
Do we?
So good.
Well-
Age of Tomorrow 2, like, cannot wait for that movie.
When's that coming out?
Soon, like 2021 or something.
That's such a good movie. Actually, love that one. Love the first one.
What else is slated for Marvel?
We're chatting an hour, lads. What are we doing? We have to go back to Avengers.
Black Panther 2 is late.
Black Panther 2. Meh. That's
I-
gonna
I
get
like-
us-
How long can we go for?
As long as we want. Well, they're closing at 8, so be careful.
Okay.
But The thing is,
Avengers.
Black Panther lost a huge asset, I thought, with Andy
Circus.
They shouldn't have killed him.
He was good.
so good.
He was great.
He was good.
Yeah, but, like,
could
he
be
wasn't-
a villain on his own for a movie.
He could be.
Yeah.
but just the way they killed him, I was like, oh,
I liked Anthony B. Jordan as a villain.
Michael B. Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan was fucking phenomenal.
Was it Michael B. Jordan?
Yeah, Michael B. Jordan.
Killmonger was that's what made
completely
Black
disagree.
Panther so good.
I disagree. I thought he was
fucking
useless.
great.
I thought he was. I don't know.
Anthony Jordan.
Anthony B.
Anthony B.
Jordan.
Jordan.
I thought he was stiff. I thought he didn't belong. I just didn't feel like he was a threat. I was like, "Ugh, okay,
No, like
Cool.
I liked it because
Are you a racist, Jason?
no, I'm not. It comes across like I am, but I'm not. Like
the
I'm
only three
racist and a feminist. I'm
the
like,
only
not.
three comic book movies Jason hasn't liked is Captain Marvel, Wonder Woman, and Black Panther.
I said I didn't like Thor 2. I didn't like.
Oh
Thor
yeah,
2.
the Dark Elves.
Yeah.
Is it, Jason? Oh yeah.
The white Aryan
String of
looking
evidence
man.
here.
I don't have much time for the races now myself, Jason. You know.
Like, but even the story I thought in Black Panther was weak. It was Lion King. It was every
Look,
movie
all
I've
Marvel
seen
stories are
before.
weak. It's a hero fighting his
but, like,
anti-hero.
Yeah, that's
But
you can't-
100%.
Did you like
You got to
Aquaman?
embrace that.
It was okay.
But like
I
Aquaman
enjoyed
is
it. It was
pretty
grand.
much just like Black Panther.
Absolutely, I agree. I just prefer the way they did it. I just thought the whole. No, it's obviously in the Black Panther
Yeah.
stories and comics that he goes to this dreamland and talks to his father, and I was like, "Fuck it, this is literally Mustafa and Simba. Like, what am I doing here?" Do you know what I mean? It is like, "Father, what are you doing?" I was
Yeah.
like, "What the fuck's
But,
going on?"
like,
Like,
I still like Killmonger because like he has Marvel does have a very bad problem besides Thanos and Loki with villains. They're never that great. But he was fully formed.
I liked first Iron Man. I liked Jeff Bridges. He wasn't a villain, but he was a smart
But,
villain.
They're played well and they're written well, but at the end of the day, I agree with you.
They're
all,
not
all of those superhero villains are the anti of the hero,
Yeah.
and that is it.
Whereas
Yeah.
Killmonger was fully formed. He was out for revenge. Like he was just it wasn't a case he just stumbled across it like, you know, fucking Obadiah Stane just like, oh I'll just take out Iron Man.
I thought
he-
Vulture was well done.
Vulture was great,
Yeah, he was
Yeah.
good. But like they did have for a
but
long
you're deep
time.
in that Spider-Man well then as well.
Mm.
Yeah. Like sure fucking Malekith and Thor 2, fucking your man from
Yeah.
Iron Man 2. They did have a big problem with villains for a
Yeah,
long
they
time.
did. I loved what the fuck's his name? Tom Lawler's character in Infinity War and
Oh, the
Endgame.
Maw.
The Thanos' right hand man.
The
The kind
Maw?
of is
Maw,
his
yeah.
name is it?
What's it? Tom Lawler?
It was
Tom
my man,
Lawler. Nidge.
Nidge from Love Hate.
Love Hate. Do you not
Is
consume
that him?
Yeah,
Do you not
Can't stand
consume that
show
media?
either.
yeah. Well, I've never seen it, but he did
Neither
a
have
great
I.
job in that.
I
I didn't realize that was him. That was really
Yeah.
good.
Yeah,
I never watched Love Hate because for the same reason I don't watch a lot of Irish shows because the Irish media, the radio and papers, they spoil it the next day. Like Love Hate be on at Sunday at 8
Oh, yeah.
o'clock, and then the next
Jimmy
morning,
dies
News
on
of the
the
World,
front. Yeah, the front of the paper. Like,
every radio
fuck is this
station.
shit?
I remember listening to
I
one radio
remember seeing that
station
Nidge dead. I was like, why would you put that out in the paper?
the Monday morning,
Yeah.
and you're like, what if you were working? What if you
Yeah.
you couldn't watch it? You're watching it on Monday night. The next thing you like is on the radio. It was on like
What does that tell you about Irish news, though?
slow news is.
Yeah.
What I love about this whole, like, we've never seen, obviously, to the extent of spoilers. Like, spoilers, like 15 years ago, spoilers was a thing. If you were outside the cinema and you're talking about fucking
Yeah.
whatever, like Star Wars back in the day, that, oh, he was his fault. Yeah, bro, come on, what are you talking about? But to the
Yeah.
extent of today, like, where people are getting kicked off Reddit, if you spoil it, you're literally banned for
Yeah.
life.
Yeah,
But like, there's things like, because like in work, we'll all go in on a Tuesday or a Wednesday.
Yeah.
And be like, have you seen it yet? Great, cool, and we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
If a customer walks into my shop, if you don't immediately stop talking, that's a P45 right there.
Yeah.
Like, you got to be considerate of other
Yeah.
people.
I thought you said the customer could be fucked. I was
Yeah.
like, I like
Get the fuck out of here,
I,
sir.
I like the twist. No, like we're the same in work. You kind of come in the morning. It's
Especially
like
in GameStop. 'cause
it's like oh, have you?
Oh,
clientele.
yeah, absolutely. It's
The
kind of
clientele,
culture.
Yeah, yeah.
Like you're like oh, like do you watch it? Yeah, I haven't watched it. Someone's like I haven't watched it. Like grand, say
I'm the
nothing.
exact same.
And it's like they're like oh, is it any good? Yeah, fantastic. Just watch it yourself.
That's, I see, I don't like that. If someone's like, what did you think of it? And I'm like,
Oh,
I'm
no,
not going
like
to tell
the-
you.
the person-
Like, oh, just tell me if you liked it or
Yeah,
not.
no,
I'm
I
like,
wouldn't
no,
do
just
that.
don't worry
Yeah.
about it.
yeah, like it's just like we just be like, oh, it's very good. Just watch yourself, and then that's it. There's no mention of it. There's always kind of case like you kind of scan the room or kind of ask the room like, has everyone seen it? Yeah, dive in.
I watched the battle. Sorry, go on.
Game of Thrones.
I was going to say I watched the Battle of Winterfell, and I woke up to a text from him at 7:30 in the morning. I bet Jay's dying to talk to us about this. And I was like, you fucking cunt. Like, I had to wait literally like
I knew
10
full well.
hours that I couldn't talk about it. Like,
I knew
no
full
one
well,
here
like,
had seen it.
fucking veins popping under your forehead, just like, oh.
You stayed up to watch it, right?
Yeah.
Did you?
Well,
No.
I went to sleep and I woke up.
You woke up early?
Yeah, yeah.
You were
yeah.
working at 12 the next day, weren't you?
Yeah, I was lucky because I do
See,
the late shift in here sometimes.
If I was to do that, then like I would have had to stay up to about 5 o'clock and then get up for like 7 for work.
I was the same. I had a
Yeah,
stock
no.
take the next day,
And
so I
I
was
was
like,
like,
No,
nah,
fuck
nah,
that.
nah.
No. You did right. I wouldn't do it either, but I was lucky that 12
Yeah.
o'clock.
Yeah.
And sure, like even with your little fella, it's probably
Yeah.
easier to watch it.
But
At.
Jules got up at 7:30, I think, with him, which was okay.
Yeah.
But we couldn't. People were like, go watch in the morning. I was like, no, fuck that.
Yeah, I said that to you, and you were like, sure, like he'd be running.
Yeah,
around.
he'd be
You're
running
like,
around the place.
Oh, I never thought of that. Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
a nightmare.
Just don't
Shut
do
up,
it.
child.
Yeah. Back to bed. Boy.
No, I did. Like, I enjoyed it.
Is there anything else from Avengers you wanna wrap up on?
Look, I'm very happy with it. I think I'm going to love a second viewing. There was just
You'll love
a
a second
few niggly bits that got me, but
Sure.
like it didn't ruin it for me.
Can we?
I didn't understand the emotions I was feeling afterwards, but I think
I thought the first hour was great, fantastic humor. It wasn't too slow. I thought they laid everything out in the line really, really well.
yeah,
Second hour, they're kind of matching things up. They're explaining the time travel, which again, when you watch it the second time, they do really, really well.
yeah.
Time
Yeah.
travel's so fucking tricky
Yeah,
to
it
do,
is.
and they
They
make
stick to
their
the rules. You
rules
said, like,
and
yeah.
they stick to them, and that's what I liked
I'm going
about
to look
it.
for that again because that's a good point.
But
When
even-
I go back and
Yeah.
look at that.
Like I'd say 3 quick things there. Things I love, the closing the loops with all the other movies. Like
Yeah.
say you had like the last time Black Panther and Clint saw each other, they were fighting in Civil War, and Clint goes, "Oh, hi, I'm Clint." And Black Panther goes, "I don't care who you are." Clint's got the gauntlet. Black Panther, Clint, give it to me. They had Thanos. The guy who created Thanos was in the group therapy. He was the bald lad with glasses. They had, you know,
The
on
guy
your
who created Thanos, the
Yeah.
actual writer.
the actual writer.
Okay, cool.
He was, you know, with Russo was there,
Yeah, yeah.
and he kind of leant in and said that was the guy that created Thanos.
Okay.
They had you on Hope Van Dyne, the Wasp, who mocked Ant-Man in Ant-Man and the Wasp for calling Cap. Cap goes, "I'm on a cap." There's so many small things
That's
that
cool.
call back to the other one.
Yeah.
Like even it was on the ship, you had Iron Man in a black tank top and the kind of
Chess
the
piece.
arc reactor. Iron Man 1, black tank top, arc reactor when he's building his suit. What else is there?
Again, that closing line, "I am Iron Man," which kicked
Perfect.
off
Yeah.
the whole MCU.
Fucking-
Phenomenal.
Yeah.
Great.
The after scene credits is just the hammer of him building
Yeah.
the
Of
suit,
him
isn't
building
it?
the original
Either
series.
yeah.
him
I didn't
or
stay for
the
it.
theory is it's the kid
the
from
kid.
Iron Man 3.
Which I
Nah,
loved him at
don't
the
buy
funeral. I loved having him at the funeral.
Oh, the kid from Iron Man 3?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, I thought that was
It's
good.
a nice
But
touch.
that's all they need.
yeah,
I don't need him
absolutely.
to be new Iron
No.
Man.
yeah.
I think
I
Yeah.
nearly
Also, the
Jordan-
suit that Pepper Potts is in at the end, I didn't realize until my second viewing, is the helmet
Res-
that the kid is playing with at the start.
Yeah, and that's
You know, and he's like, "Your mom never wears anything that I buy
Yeah.
her." That's
Yeah.
the suit.
that's Rescue. Apparently, her suit in comic is more
a rescue suit.
Yeah, so like any natural disaster, she can go in and kind of like help out people and stuff like that. Like,
Oh, that's cool.
So but obviously he probably armed it for that one. The one thing that I nearly it really got to me was at the end with his daughter and John Favreau and
The burgers.
cheeseburgers.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh,
Yeah, it was good.
God.
Yeah,
And,
overall, I think we're happy.
yeah, I loved as well. Do you know when
Spider-Man's insta-kill.
that is about
That's
both
great.
Thanos is pushing the axe into Thor, and just that scene where like you know you're oh fuck, and the next thing you just see the hammer like kind of shake a bit
Yeah,
and
it's
then
great.
rise up, and you see it flying towards Thanos, and you're like oh maybe Thor call it, and then fucking Cap whipping it back.
That was
The
great.
look.
I can't believe
have
no
to
one
watch it
cheered in
again.
your cinema for that.
I
Oh,
have to watch it
fucking-
again because I didn't
That was
feel
incredible.
this.
Like-
I didn't feel that. I
Oh,
was
there
like,
was
oh,
a
cool.
swell in the room.
I saw my
Yeah.
girlfriend and I was just like, well, like when he had it, and like I loved it. He knew what he was straight away. He was fucking whipping around, uppercut, call down the
I've-
lightning. Boom.
I've played drums for an hour in like 33-degree heat in black uniform. I've never sweated as much as I have watching that fucking movie.
When he threw the shield, the hammer bounced back off the shield. I was just like, as I said, I went from 6 to midnight, and I may have needed tissues afterwards.
Yeah. It was good. It's great. It's phenomenal.
I think you ended there.
That's it.
I think we ended there. Do you want to plug anything coming up?
I want to talk Game of Thrones, man.
Oh, go. Yeah, sorry, go.
Go.
Well, I want to know. I want to know what I'm missing. I want to know what it is I don't get. I enjoyed it. You see, you came into the shop yesterday, and I told you that I thought it was crap. and then I'm done with Game of Thrones. And I watched it again
it's like you have
last
3
night.
episodes left. You can't.
Yeah.
So again, I think
That's literally what I said. I said you have 3 episodes
yeah,
left. You
Endgame
can't.
is like I'm comparing it to that, which is terrible. Shouldn't do that because Endgame wrapped everything up so well.
Yeah.
I shouldn't be judging because it's not wrapped up yet for Game of Thrones. So,
No.
but that battle stuff, I'm just.
So
It was a great scene, but a lot of it I could have
a
just done
good
with
argument for it, I
40
think,
minutes.
is every bit of footage we've seen. You probably watch any trailers anyway, but any bit of footage we've seen or heard about is the first 3 episodes. So for all we know, there could be another huge battle sequence in the last episode that we don't even know about.
Oh, like,
Oh, there
They're just going to whip
definitely
it out.
has to
we're
be.
going to get one.
But there's no armies to fight. They've
There's
lost
the
everyone. They've
Golden
only-
Army, and then
There is a theory.
They turn.
Don't know how. Were you telling me this? now?
what,
How
are
good-
you telling me right now that fucking John or Bran or someone is going to be the fucking Night King?
No, so
Bran is apparently. The theory is Bran is the Lord of Light. And
That's Arya.
no,
Arya's the
Arya's
Lord
the
of Light.
champion.
Arya is the princess promised.
The Azor Azay, whatever it's called. So Bran, yeah. So Bran is the Lord of Light.
I was like, you
And
jumped like 17 timelines in Avengers, and you're like,
Yeah, I can follow that shit.
promised
though.
prince.
so the theory is that Bran is as the Lord of Light. So the Lord of Light has the power to bring people back, like your man Beric Dondarrion brought back 19 times, whatever. So there's a theory that Bran's just gonna go like, whoop, and bring everyone that was dead.
I hope not, because that
back
would
up.
piss me
And
off.
I'd be like, but
As an
even-
army of the dead or back to
no, just
life?
because they come back to
Because
life
they
as they're
raised them
normal.
up. But they've been dead and they're haunted by it, like John was, that he died and he was haunted by it.
Can we talk about fucking Lyanna Mormont's versus the Giant? That was fucking
I liked it.
amazing.
It was alright. It was
I liked
alright.
it, yeah,
okay.
I didn't hate it.
She was only supposed to be in that for one season, for one scene.
Yeah, I
and
liked
then
it.
they loved her so much they put her in for
Badass,
the
like.
episodes.
The one theory I've heard is that because the Golden Army is what they're called,
The Golden Company.
Golden Company are Targaryen bastards. Was it you tell me this?
Yeah.
That they'll hear that, oh, there's a Targaryen queen,
Yeah,
fuck this bitch, and then turn.
because in the books, I know we're so far
Aren't they all
gone
about
from
the
the
moolah
books.
though? Does it really matter about bloodlines?
But then all of a sudden, it might be a kind of character twist. Like the same scenario as Bronn. Is he's not going to take the moolah over this character he's been
No,
building
sure,
and
in
building.
Season 1 was it when Tyrion got Bronn to fight for him? Tyrion said to him,
If you ever get a price.
"If there's ever time when my life is on the line for a price, tell me the price and I'll double it for you."
Hmm.
So I don't think he's gonna kill him. Like,
See, again, I've got issues with that. I want to see some like pure backstabbing.
Yeah.
I want
Old
like
school.
fights between like 5 people, where it's like one after the other after the other. It's almost like
I
a,
was kind of
like a
upset that
relay.
a few more main characters didn't die.
but then you would be upset if they did die as well.
But I'm okay with that because it's wrapping. No, they could have so much worse in it coming up, like poison, whatever it is. I don't know what they're
Sure,
going to
like the Lord
What's
Light
so good
saves
about
them
Game of
for their own
Thrones
purpose.
do.
is that no one's safe.
Yeah.
And in that episode, I felt like everyone was safe.
Yeah, people were safe.
Yeah.
And that's what got me as well.
It's like when I was watching at one point, you know, when they're in the keep and like as John's running through and he sees all the lads, it looked like just a load of heroes from like a kind of a strategy game, just
Fighting
surviving
off,
it, like
yeah.
for honor at the, you know, where all the kind of the main kind of general lads are fighting against the little kind of squad lads, and you're
Yeah.
like everyone's quite
No
grand
one's
here
come
now, like.
away. No one's come away hurt. You know, no one's lost an arm.
Well,
No
Yeah.
one's lost whatever an eye. No one's
not physically, but mentally, yeah. Like they're drained. They're
still though. That horde that took out the Dark Rocky the way they did.
that was
Rocky.
fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Like
I loved that shot of
just
just
the
the
lights.
lights.
I don't like how that was good.
Yeah.
I don't like how they sent the Dothraki off like that, which I thought was just okay.
Cunts.
And then this moment where they want them to light they want Daenerys to light the. By the way, if he fucking calls Daenerys Danny one more time, I'm throwing something at the fucking window.
Danny.
No one's calling him Jonners.
We all
like-
call her Denny though.
No, I fucking hate it.
Hold on,
I was a
wha-
hater character.
Once
I
you
don't
Ginger.
like it.
once you dick someone, you can give a nickname.
But it takes everything away from like this feeling of Game of Thrones.
Yeah, but isn't Danny that? Wasn't that what her brother was calling her, and that's what like
It
close?
was, but it takes everything away from like this like punctuation for
Yeah.
Game of Thrones, which I think ruins it a little.
That's what pissed me off as well. As oh, I'm your nephew. What about my throne? Yeah, we've had sex. Yeah, but my throne though.
Yeah.
But that's
See-
the character though. I like that as well.
Someone explained that as well because like her whole life has
Yeah.
been defined by the throne.
Yeah,
So all of a sudden, for it to
there's
even
actually a challenge.
brought away, taken away from for a split second, that's her whole purpose in life.
Yeah.
From even when she was like with her brother in episode 1, he's like, "Oh, we'll get the Iron Throne back." Her whole kind of evolution as a character has been like, "I'm getting the Iron Throne back," and all of a sudden there's someone who has a better claim to it than her. Fucking world shattering, like.
Does she die?
I think she kills John.
I think she doesn't kill John. She doesn't help John before he dies, I think.
That's a great call.
I think she has the
John-
chance to save him, and she doesn't.
That's a great call.
I was going to say, I think John doesn't help her. He'd be like, nah, the North's done now. Like,
No, he's not like that. He couldn't. He's not that character.
I also
he's
thought,
built up to be the good
yeah.
guy.
I
but
thought
she,
Sansa and Tyrion were going to just fucking Romeo and Juliet it
Bro,
off
I
themselves.
thought they were gonna kill themselves.
Yeah.
I thought they were like, he was going to stab her and she's going to
That's
stab
what
him.
I thought.
Yeah, it was
Now,
nice.
what I did realize is only one dagger, so I thought it was going to be hilarious. It was like,
Well,
you do me first, and then
Yeah.
I'll do you. No, hold on a minute. That doesn't work.
I thought he reached into his pocket or into something.
I like that moment though. It was nice.
It was
what
great.
What I loved is that everyone's getting ready for battle. He just wanders over, gets like 3 wineskins and fucks off down to the
But
crypt.
he's dead right.
It was
He was
brilliant,
told to
like-
stay down there, wasn't he?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it was, yeah.
No, but I just love
Daenerys
that.
told him
Like,
to stay down there.
I was hoping for a headless Ned Stark as well, but sure, you can't get everyone around.
Missed opportunity.
Well,
maybe.
it was only the head was sent back to Winterfell, wasn't it?
Was the head?
Yeah, it was only the head.
Oh, yeah.
Littlefinger only brought the head back. Same with Lady Stark. It was only her head, wasn't it? Or no, it was her whole body.
Damn it, that's fair enough. But like, you could sell in even the last episode, like, they'd be safe in the crypts. Or in the crypts, like, the women and children be safe down there. You'd be safe down there. We're not gonna fucking safe down there.
We cut for time.
It's more grand.
Are you okay?
We'll wrap it up in a second. I'm gutted if Arya, Tyrion, and Bran die. Other than that, I'm good.
I think Arya's going to do in the mountain after he fucks up the Hound.
No, it's not gonna. Well, yeah.
Mm.
No, I don't think
That's going to happen. I hope it happens.
Arya didn't have any issue with the mountain, did she?
No, but she's going to fuck him up after he kills the
Because
Hound.
he kills them.
No, I think the
He's gonna
Hound is
do
going
it
to.
again.
The Hound, I could be completely wrong here, but the Hound and the Mountain are going to fight, and that's going to happen.
Do you think?
But like, maybe the Mountain's getting the better of him, and then all of a sudden the Hound just has a dragon glass dagger on him from the battle, and he stabs him.
Nah, I think Clegane's
and
done.
then
He's going to embrace it.
I love the idea that he's not done and he's left behind, and a lot of people have died, and he's just because he's the guy who wants to die. He's the
Yeah.
guy who's done. And the idea of him sitting in a bar after going fucking cunts or something.
Yeah. yeah.
I love that
That's
idea.
a good. That's
Yeah.
great.
Do you know
Actually,
what I mean?
that's
But
good.
he's
I like
just
that.
he's like, but that ending to Game of Thrones is just you fucking prick or whatever he does. You know his voice
Yeah.
calling for more chicken, like.
and dum 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 dum, and you're like amazing.
So you think he's going to be on the throne?
No. As in like he just survives and he's just dealing.
I'd say it could be one of those things where no one's on the throne.
I think John's going to get the throne and then melt it. He's just going to fucking fuck it out. And he's going
Yeah.
to stay king in the south
Very
and Sansa will be
political.
queen in the north. But he's going to get rid of the throne.
Very
Or else he's just
political.
going to fuck off.
He might bring in like a democratically elected official.
Gross. Shut the fuck up, gross. Everyone dies in a massive fire
Democracies.
battle. of
Democracy.
wild
Wouldn't that be
fire.
great if the last 2 episodes are just all of them sitting around
You
the
know-
table, arguing, debating?
That'd be so good. I do believe that we need more sanitary products.
yeah. I
Fucking,
would like to admit that from the good sir.
Fuck's sake.
Someone said to Tyria, I would probably throw my TV out the window. Like, if just someone said, like, Bran will wake up in the bed after he threw out the window.
And it was all a dream.
And it was just like, oh my god. But then the stuff will happen to him then, like, as in, someone will come in and kill him with the dagger, and he'd be like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah, and he just dies then.
They
No,
won't
he just,
allow
no,
that
it
to
just
happen.
kicks
And
off
I have
into...
to- Fuck's sake.
And then Captain America just time travels back.
How long are the last episodes? An hour 20 each?
That one was an hour and a half. Well,
Hour 20 with ads.
that was including the after bit, the kind of behind the scenes.
Oh, I didn't watch that.
It's good. There's
have to watch
actually
that, yeah.
there's a behind the scenes.
you watch those at all?
Yeah,
How,
it's
how,
like
how the episode, so it's called The Game Revealed, isn't it? And it
Yeah,
shows
like-
how
5 minutes of them talking about it.
the
Oh, that's pretty
director,
cool.
the stuntman.
The 2 lads, and there's also on YouTube. I think it's 40 minutes long. It's a behind the scenes about this episode, and they're going about who kills the Night King, and like when they read the script, they're like, oh maybe I'll get him, like Daenerys, like maybe I'll get him, or maybe John get him. It's like Arya, and then they go through it then. And then, like, I think some director of photography is like, oh yeah, John or Kit Harington was pretty happy, when Maisie Williams got to kill the Night King, and because of him, I was pissed, man.
Was it misleading
Um,
that they went on and on about her spear? And then she uses it for like 20 seconds to fuck up a
No.
couple of White Walkers.
No,
I
and
didn't
then
mind that.
cool.
I didn't hate that.
No, I didn't hate it, but I'm saying, do you think
Yeah.
it was intentionally misleading?
No, I don't think so.
She
She
used
got
it
this
like
weapon
in-
made, and then she couldn't use pointy or whatever it's called, or
Needle.
Needle. Pointy.
pointy.
Yeah.
Fuck, too. Yeah, I'm a fan, lads. Trust me, I am a fan.
Sick with the pointy
But
end.
no, it's realistic. It would happen. You wouldn't
Yeah.
keep that weapon.
But I liked how she lost her cool, because obviously she got digged in the head a few times and she was frantic and panicking.
What I loved in the entire episode was she was quieter than her blood dripping,
yeah,
and that's how she snuck up on the Night
Yeah.
King. That's how good she is.
I love that scene where his hair flows and
Class.
then he's like, and next thing fucking
Yeah.
out of
She was the only
nowhere.
one that sort of conveyed like panic and like overwhelming trauma from the hordes. Everyone else are like fending them off at the
Yeah.
wall, and I'm like, I don't get it.
The how-
But when she so she fucks up a couple of them and then gets on the roof
Yeah.
and she panics.
Yeah.
And that really sets
But
in of like, oh,
because
this is
she gets her
fucking
head
chaos.
knocked against the stones, and then she gets rattled.
Yeah, that's
and
right.
then
Yeah.
she loses her cool. Then like,
I like that.
but someone was saying that like, was it she defeated death finally? Because like, you know, she was death for a while. She was an assassin. She was afraid of death, and then she faced death in the Night King, and now she killed him.
That's what I love. No one can kill death, and she was no one.
She
Do you know what I mean
was
that's
no
the idea?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, because that's what
Nice
Bran was
little-
saying. No, it's good.
All we can do is speculate. It's all we can do.
And
I
then-
have hopefully. I was chatting to Mark. He was in a few films of mine years ago.
Oh yes.
He's Jon Snow's stuntman. He's John's replacement.
really?
So he'll be coming in
That's
hopefully
fucking
after
cool.
and chat about the whole thing. And
That's very cool.
he'd like, I'd
Smooth.
love to pick his brain about the Battle of the Bastards.
Have you done
That was him,
tours
like-
for Game of Thrones or anything like that? Have
No.
you gone up to see any
No,
of
I'd
it?
like to.
I'd love
Yeah,
to
I'd
do
like
that.
to
Where you
too.
wear the, where you wear the capes.
I
And
Yeah.
fucking love it, man.
Absolutely, I'm all in.
I said Belfast are gonna have. Do they have a museum now, or do they get a museum? They have
They're
all
probably-
the
Oh, they've got
memorabilia.
it once it's wrapped up, right?
Yeah,
Why would you not? It's a cash cow.
They had to fight to get the premiere in Belfast as well.
Really?
Yeah, they had to.
So
remember some-
stupid, like. But well, probably LA or whoever wanted to say something.
Yeah, but
yeah.
like HBO were like, no, but they had to fight for it, like. But like, I love to get up there when they're filming, because apparently like you just be in a bar and next thing Jason Momoa or someone else just walks in, while you're like, holy shit, like.
Kean, who's supposed to be here today, hi Kean, he got annoyed because there's cops outside and he couldn't get in because the Taoiseach was here. But he did the
Taoiseach.
tour and he said literally he was here and like a mile away Cersei was doing her scenes
Oh, nice.
and he was trying to get there but security kept like cutting him off and he was like, I better stop
Trying to
because
see that titty.
yeah, that sweet titty.
My aunt met Kit Harington actually in a pub in England once.
Nice.
Like her and her boyfriend were over there about 2 or 3 years ago. And like they went into the pub and they saw him in the corner with buddies and they were like, oh my god, look, it's Kit Harington. They're like, look, leave him off, he's having fun, enjoy himself. You know, we won't go over and beat those people and annoy him anyway. So then she was there with her friends and chatting away, and her boyfriend went out to have a cigarette outside. And she was there and having fun chatting away. And next thing she gets a tap on the shoulder. She turns around, it's Kit Harington, and he's like, I hear you're a fan.
Nice.
So like he was talking to like
That's cool.
her boyfriend outside, and so they came over and he chatted with him
Class.
for like 10 minutes, and
He's a really nice guy.
they got a picture of him and everything.
Fuck him though.
But like I was
Fuck
like,
Johnson.
Fuck him though.
I think it was the week before we were supposed to go to England. I was like, what pub is it? Because
Oh,
it was
yeah,
his
yeah, yeah.
local, but she wouldn't tell me because she was like, no, I'm not telling you because you fucking
Bitch.
go up there. Oh, she's lovely though.
Guys, thank you so much for coming in.
You
Thanks
stayed
for
in her-
having
you stayed in her
us,
house, like
Hmm?
you stayed in her house,
Whose house?
my aunt's house.
Oh yeah, she's here.
Yeah.
Sorry. Our Airbnb. I appreciate you coming in. Thank
Thanks
you.
for having us.
No, no worries.
Plug your tours
It's fun.
there, Dahi. That's epic.
Yeah, I'm gigging for a lovely little Irish musician now called Dahi. I'm playing drums for him. So we've got all the big festivals, Forbidden Fruit, all together now, and then EP.
Epic.
Nice.
He's also supporting Orbital
Yep. I think
in the
like as in the music.
Galway Arts Festival. It's in the Heineken tent.
Hey.
Heineken
Okay.
tent?
Didn't he do a Bond cover, Orbital? Like a real techno version of it?
I've
That I
never
don't
heard
know.
of.
I think he did. Go on, yeah, sorry.
Sorry, we've got our first big show in the Roisin Dove in Galway on the 23rd of May, which is
It's a
going to be
great pub
fucking
here, like.
whopper. Great
Nice.
bar. Great place to be.
Epic.
Yep.
Excited?
I'm buzzing.
Yeah. Of course you
Absolutely
fucking will
buzzing.
be.
You can all go listen to my own band, though, Pale Rivers. I won't forget them.
Nice. Spotify.
Pale Rivers, please check us out. We've got a show in Dublin on the 18th of May. It's for the Nighthawks, a Nighthawks show at the Cobalt. That's my other band.
Nice.
Please check us out. Thank you.
Guys,
Pale
subscribe
River.
if you like us. Darry, you know plugging, do you?
I just no.
Just a wave. I like that.
Dean, my boy. Please subscribe, share, like, comment, tag, all that kind of stuff. I'm so used to this stuff. I say it all the time. Leave a review if you listen on Apple because it does help.
That makes a huge difference.
It really does.
It makes a huge
Ridiculously
difference.
amount. So
Yeah.
do please leave a review on Apple, good or bad. Well, mainly good if
Or
possible.
the Android equivalent, not just Apple.
Yeah, well, that's what. So I'm going Spotify. I haven't gone Google Play because I did it for a while.
I
And I
don't
think
like
it just it didn't work.
Google don't really.
It's on Overcast. It's on other places.
Podcast Addict,
Podcast
like,
Addict.
yeah.
Because once I upload to iTunes, it goes everywhere.
Nice.
So listen. Thank you guys again.
Thanks,
No
Alex.
worries,
Appreciate it.
pleasure.
G luck. Good luck.
Good luck.